Final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
Hi everyone, how are you? I can't see, I don't know where the comments are going on. I can see them. Somebody tell me where these comments are going because for some reason I can see the comments, but I got a feeling it's going to YouTube. Somebody please let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's YouTube where everybody's talking to me. How are you? Sorry for the delay, everyone. I had a big appointment today with my eyes and got home a few minutes later than I thought I was going to. I apologize to you for that. Welcome everybody in. First of all, I always like to thank my team. My team is Karen Waller, Cheryl Costella, Rachel Nena, Rafi Cortez, Teresa Sprague, Hector Garcia. My DJs are DJ Diamond, DJ Sav, DJ Orlando, and my sponsor, last but not least, is Drop Top Tees, which is Richie, who supplies when somebody wins on the platform. Richie makes the winning prize for them. It's an exclusive something that I do that's a logo for Freestyles Alive and for the artists. Everybody knows that. It's one of our favorite things. And also, he has a link up for a cancer benefit for me for cancer. Please, if you can't, it's fine. It's no big deal. There's also an option on there for you to be able to make a donation. But please just post it on your page because somebody else might. I want to always think, more importantly, the people that come in. If one of the mods wants to keep a peek to see if people are trying to come in. I did clear it just now, but in case there's somebody else, I wanted everybody to know I can't see you here. I'll say hi to Lisa. As you know, I don't interact with the chat. I'm sorry, guys. It just doesn't work for me. However, on this one, I can talk to you. Hi, DJ Danny. DJ Manny, how are you? Karen, Lisa. And I got drops in my eyes, so you have to forgive me. If I have to read something, I might not see it. I see Kathy. I see Rachel. I see Karen. I see you. I see you. That's the last time, Ralphie, I'll be able to say hi to you would be now because I don't let Mark, I see you. I don't want anybody to feel like it's taken away from their interview. So I'm going to bring in our special guest. I know you've been waiting patiently. Here he comes. Hello. How are you?
How you doing, everyone? How you doing?
I'm good. Sound check. Let me know everybody's good. Teresa, I see you. How are you? How was your day? What did you do today?
Yeah, work.
You work today?
Work. Yes, I do. Yeah, I did.
And you're in Florida, so I don't have to say how hot it is. It's unbelievably hot in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, my heavens to Betsy. I was at the doctor's today to get some checking in the back, and they put some drops in my eyes. So I see you, but you're a bit blurry. When they dilate and they go in the back, I was like, oh, my God. How am I ever going to be able to do the interview? But I'm actually seeing pretty good, so it's okay.
Good.
The questions are so easy. By the way, guys, I've interviewed this wonderful gentleman in the past. I interviewed him once before on another platform, and you were so much fun. You were so gracious, but I do it a little bit different here. I like to call it up close and personal with the artist, where it's just me and you, and we don't interact and chat and all that stuff. If there's something important, I let you know that when I say important, I mean something that somebody really wants to ask that might not come out in an interview. And also if an artist comes in, I like to give them a holler. For your people, while Evie is on the other phone, if she wants to invite people to be able to watch it and interact, they can go to YouTube. It's Lucy at Freestyle is Alive on the red carpet. She can see it clear right there, and she can actually she can interact with them. If they ask a question, she might be able to answer it. I can see the questions and I can interact. Unfortunately, Facebook has taken the option for the streaming, whether it be restream. Well, let me reiterate. For a guest to come on, we can't send it out that way. So it's okay. I bypassed that. I got a message today that they said everybody was complaining. So I think it'll be up and running. It's very confusing. The last two interviews, they were like, where is she? I said, what do you mean, where am I? I'm not live I'm live on my page and I'm live on YouTube. What happens is your viewers get separated. So we don't know how many are there or who's there. We can't see them because they're at two different destinations. But I found that YouTube is a little more cleaner, I guess. They seem to go there, I guess, because everybody knows how to push the YouTube button. But anyway, enough of that. What first got you into music? How old were you?
I was very young. I was very young. But first of all, before I go on, I just want to say that I just want to send my condolences to those people that, especially Tony Garcia that passed away.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to say, yeah, just want to pay my condolences to his family as well.
I appreciate that.
Respeto as well, Maria. You know, it's like, it's something that you really look at and say, wow, we're grateful to be here. And every day to wake up and say, man, it's a blessing. But some of us don't have it that way. But just like I said to the
But
families, I say
unfortunately,
condolences.
some of them pass away and we don't even expect it. We've had
Yes,
no warning. We're never promised tomorrow,
yes,
ever,
yes,
in any way, shape, or form. And lately, the ones that have been coming up, it's been not shocking, but it's like, wow. And
yeah,
I tell everyone, show love every day, reach out to someone. You might not have time, but they came up with this really cute thing. It's a text or a quick message. You can go on Messenger, and it
yeah.
does, just so I'm just thinking about you. And I'm grateful for, and I say that to people that are on
You
my
never know.
page.
Like
You
they
don't,
say, you gotta live your life like it's your last. So I always take that as as a quote, and
as a
always stay with
blessing.
that. So
We've lost so many people in the freestyle industry as well. A lot.
yeah, yes,
We've lost a lot of people.
a lot of
And I will
blessings
say
to
this,
everyone.
and I'm not saying this in a negative manner. I'm going to say this as gracefully as I can, especially with the freestyle artists in front of me. Um, so much negativity that's going on. That's on the, is that your cup? Is that a Will and More cup?
Yes,
Okay, you're the art. Everybody, he's selling a Will and More cup. I'm sure it's on your website. At the end, I ask
yes.
you where you can find it. What a cool cup! I like that it's written in graffiti. But
Thank
there's
you.
just so much negativity, and I feel like I don't even know how to. In my position of what I do, I try to support everybody. Will, as you know, my dream came true when I
Yeah,
started the platform. It's been a year, believe it or not. And I did it for a legacy for my children. I want them to be able to go back, log in, hit the button, and watch me interact and talk. They know your song. They know all
that's
of the
awesome.
artist's song. Unfortunately, they've had to listen to it their whole life. So it's
Mm.
coming around 360. But I feel that with all the animosity that's going on, and I've said this to a couple artists this week that I've talked to in interviews that are coming up, the division, it has to stop, Will. It has to
Yeah.
stop. Everybody has to join together. And I'm not even going to say old, new, none of that. I'm saying in general, the genre freestyle. I don't care if you started a month ago or you've been in it for 30
Yeah,
years.
that's why. That's why I stay away from the drama. I try to keep
Yes, sir, you
on the
do.
down low, and it is what it is. I do this because it's the love that I have for the music as a child, as a kid. So it's something I always like doing and
How
love
old were
doing.
you? You were gonna, and did you ever win in any awards or in any contest talent?
As a kid, yeah, I was in the Catholic school. I was the little drummer boy at the time. So I had my bongos, and that's what I took to school. And yeah,
That's
and
how
from
you
there,
started playing the bongos?
playing the bongos. And then I have cousins that are also musicians and singers. So, but they're different genre. R&B. They sing R&B. So I have
Whoa.
a cousin as well. So that's basically everybody's in the business, you could say. But I took it to this
Almost
level.
every artist that comes in, there's somebody that's in their family that pushed them, or their mom wanted them to be in choir, or they were at church, or they were at the music group. When you first sang, how old were you, and when did somebody recognize you, and who
No,
was it?
this is it's crazy because it was I always wanted to sing because I used to go to my cousin's house and listen to him doing R&B and singing, vibrato, doing all this, his workout and vocal workouts. So I used to try to incorporate with him and try to join in, and he used to look at me and go, but but yeah, it's
How old were you?
I started singing when I was 16, 18 years old, around that age.
Wow, did you
You
ever
know,
sing in the choir at school, or you
no,
sang
I
in
wanted
church?
to. I wanted to. I
Did you
wanted to,
try out
but
and they told you no? I
yes,
wish they were alive today, and you
yes,
tell them, "Look at me
yes.
now.
It's funny that you say
Look
that because
where I am now."
junior high school was like that. I had my choir teacher, Mr. Wallace, let him rest in peace. When I came out with "You Never Find Another Love," I went back to the school, and I went. I had a test press on me, and I wanted to give it to him signed, but I found out that he passed. So I was like, wow, and yeah, it's crazy. It's just but it is
I
what it
got to
is.
tell
I
you
mean,
something. You're in Florida. Have you ever heard of the station Yo Palm Beach? It's
yes,
107.1.
yes.
You're a
I did a
girl.
drop. I did a drop for them. So
I joined forces with them. I'm an on-air
cool,
personality and
awesome.
I started this week. I'm so excited.
Oh,
And
well,
I told
awesome.
him I was going to ask you on live because I'm sure Richie Bad Boy Babaloo he's an awesome guy. I love
Yeah,
the station. I love that we are so lucky in Florida. You can get in your car and you push it on. It plays all the time, but it has R&B and hip hop. So
yeah,
it's like a dream come true so it can go around. So Freestyle Fridays, we need to hype it, we need to pump it. But guess what? He did a twist in it. He said, I
yeah.
want you to do live interviews on there. I said, how? And I said, he said, no, 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 I want you to do it on the radio. So I'm inviting you to come to the radio. We'll talk offline and I'll tell you the date that I have in mind for you and how we do it. But I'm
Okay,
so excited because now
definitely.
I can bring freestyle artists. And sadly, I've been sending music to him and he's like, wow, that song's awesome. I didn't even have it in rotation. I never heard of it. Well, that
Yeah,
person lives here in Florida. This person lives here. This a person used to be, back in the day in a different group and they're out again. So it's going to really, I hope that it booms everywhere. I mean, they go live. They have an internet website, and it's called
yeah.
Yo Palm Beach 107.1 in your car. But the other thing is, you can also get the app, and it's going to be
Cool.
on Friday nights, and I believe it's 9 to 11. I know you know Angel from
Yes.
TKA.
Well,
Angel,
he's the one that called me, and I did the drop for AIM for the
and
guys.
he and he is still there. He's still there, but I don't think he's as active. I'm going to be probably more active. I want to do remotes. I want to really people might hear it or they might know it. And if they don't, they will. Because I got a big mouth. I'm going to go around and be involved. I'm going to Cinco de Mayo on Sunday
Okay.
with the radio
Cool. Cool.
station representation. So you're going to see me somewhere in Florida. You're going to be lucky. But I hope it blows up big. I mean, that's my only dream. And then I was thinking, I said, could it be a dream come true? Because I might
I
not
mean,
be able to sit
it's an FM radio, so
what I can do forever. Pardon me?
it's FM radio, so it'll
It's
I think it
awesome.
will.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, yes, yes. I don't care what. Yes, I loved it because I listened to it in my car, and
Hmm.
I happen to like R&B. I like hip hop, and I'll be totally honest with you. I have a lot of artists that reach out to me and they want me to interview them, and it doesn't really fit the platform. If I had it to do over, I'd love to
Hmm.
change music on the red carpet or something, but it can stay like this. But somebody asked me, well, could to do a different segment.
Hmm.
I grew up with freestyle. I mean, I know a lot of the artists from when I was a kid. Coro and I've been friends. Chaz from Lanier, we've been friends for 37. Stevie
Yeah.
B. I mean, I've been friends for years and years. So it's kind of difficult when you want to go to hip hop and stuff like that. Now, I really don't know where I would begin. I'm going to kill my. You hear the dog crying? Can y'all hear the dog crying in the
I have,
background?
I have mine here. I have him quiet. He's eating a bone.
He's
So
not supposed to be out of his room during my live, so I'm going to say it on my live. Armani, you got explaining to do. He got a car and he's out messing with the car and trying to put the steering wheel
this
thing
one,
on.
if I don't put him in his playpen, he'll be trying to climb up on me.
What kind
So
of dog is it? Is it next to you? I want to see.
yeah, he's a poodle.
Come here,
Yeah,
Snooky. What's its
yeah.
name?
Jax, come here, come here. This is Jax.
Oh my God! Oh, hello, you little cootie pootie. Hello, cootie
Come here,
pootie.
come here.
Oh my God, adorable. Pauline Perez, I know you're in the chat. I saw you. Good heavens, it looks like your dog. Oh my God, it's so cute. How old?
He's what? I think what is a year and a half.
Does he travel with you when you travel?
Yeah, he does.
You
But
take him with you? Well,
he's the
my
baby.
favorite dog, Versace, which is
Yeah,
the
I can't. I
master.
can't. I see. I can't tell. I can't say baby because he thinks I'm talking to him. I say baby, he goes crazy. Come here.
That is
You
so
get a baby?
adorable. Now you got his attention. He can be in the show. Hi, baby. Oh my God, he's adorable. He looks just like Pauline Perez, who's a great supporter of freestyle. And she's involved with me in a group 3 to the max. We do a lot of stuff for them. That dog looks just like hers. And I'm sure she's probably going, oh my God, it looks just like
He's
my
trying to,
dog.
You sound robotic. You
Huh?
sound robotic. It's something wrong. You sound robotic. I
I
think
sound
I
robotic?
know that. Yeah, the levels. I think. Can you hear me clearly?
I do hear you clear. Does everybody else hear me
Yeah,
clear?
yeah. You sound robotic a little bit.
I wonder
Does
why.
everybody else hear that?
It might have been when you moved, because when you go back too far, I don't hear you too good.
Okay.
You
How's
don't
this?
have a you don't have a Bluetooth on, right?
No, I think I'm gonna have to put Pauline's chip. I got him chip. Pauline's chip. Let me.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. That's hysterical.
Yeah,
Did
it
you ever
was a
win
chip.
any awards? Did you ever win any awards or
Oh
trophies or
yeah,
anything?
I have awards there. I have, I got for DJ Racer gave me one. I have also Charlie Rock from it was a concert that we had in Miami that was given. This is
Oh my God, it's so
with the,
nice.
with the
That is
mic.
awesome. Who'd you get that from?
This is a Charlie Rock. This is when he had the concert. This is a 2013 honorary. It's a for
I love
freestyle.
that it has the microphone and glass. It's really nice. Shout out to him. That's beautiful. You've been in the genre for enough years. I'm sure
Oh,
you get collections. Did you ever
I
go
have
to
a lot of.
Brazil?
Huh?
Did you ever go to Brazil?
No, I would love to. I would love to. I have friends out there that
We're
have been.
daughters in Brazil. You would love to. I
No,
hope they hear us. I always like to ask people, because you know what? Even though it might not be like the number one genre in the United
yeah.
States, in Brazil, it is.
Mhm.
You think it was the only music. They live by music. Music
Yes,
it's
yes, yes.
everywhere there. I
And
would love to have
I
the
see
opportunity.
it's a blessing the way I see them bless the artists that when they go out there, that I mean, they get treated like you're royal, which is awesome.
And that's
Stevie B
exactly what
does
they
it.
said. The artists say when they pull up, there's like 300 people in the airport waiting for them. They got signs.
Well, Stevie do a pretty good job. Stevie B, I mean, he got his, he got everything together, which is awesome. Every
Well,
time
now
they travel out there,
we have another show that's out there
I heard about that. Yeah,
but in my opinion, it kind of divided the freestyle. But as a fan, I'm going to sit in my fan chair, even though some people don't see me as that. I still am a fan. I would go to both. I would go
yes,
to both.
yeah,
I was speaking to
yeah,
Ray Guel, and he's coming on the show soon. And
cool.
Ray's going on the other show. And I was like, you know what? As a fan, and as anybody that's a fan that loves the music, they're both beautiful to me. I stay out of the political part of it.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like when people say they start something. If I start something and somebody else does it, there's room. There's room for somebody else to do exactly what
there's
I'm
always
doing.
room for
And
there's
room
always
for
room for
somebody to do
everyone.
exactly what you're
And
doing.
this
There's always
and
room.
this is and the thing is that this is why I always tell the guys that you got the new guys that are coming up, the young guys. I said stay humble. Just do what you got to do. Go out there, do your thing. If you feel that you have something good, stick with it. Don't let no one tell you otherwise.
Don't let,
You
and
know,
especially, I always say this in every interview. What comes to mind is Christelle and Lily and Juliana. They're
yeah,
young, so they still have the
yeah,
young mentality. So I think to myself, and I've repeated it, off, I guess you could say in private, back door, but I'm going to say it public. We could really be damaging to them when, they're
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And even if
I
we may
mean,
feel that way, huh?
the outlook, it makes it look, like, oh. But this is why, like I say, I stay away from all that, that drama. I don't like drama.
No.
I try to, I stay in my lane, and that's it. I do what I have to do. It took me a long time to come up with something new. It took me a long time to come up
But
with something new.
I'm gonna give you a big, big round of applause, because guess what? If you
Mm,
decide you want to lay down and you don't do it anymore, you're in helps for it stopping. And because you went out and you
Thank you,
made a new song, I was like, oh my
thank
God,
you.
I'm so excited that they just keep going and going. I've even been on court. Yo, we waiting. Come on, it's time.
Yeah,
I love your show and I love all your music, but
thank you.
I want something else. I want you to go in there and do like a real wow. It's
Yeah,
coming. Something is coming, but I don't ever want anybody to say like they stop. I don't think you're. I mean, you're going to do this as long as you can walk and you got enough
yes,
Bengay on the
yes. If
shelf.
God's
I mean,
willing, with God's help, yes,
I mean,
yes.
uh,
I mean, I
the
still got.
reality of it is, look at Shannon. Oh my God, look at
There you
Shannon.
go.
She still
That's a
performs.
blessing
She
right
puts
there.
on an awesome
That's a
show.
blessing
Pardon
in
me.
disguise.
She's
She she
awesome. She's
she
absolutely
she
awesome. I love her. Who
yes.
writes most of your music? Is it you? Is it somebody else? You
Right
always.
now,
What's your creative process? And when I ask that, I mean not only like your words. Do you have to be in a special mindset, special time? Does it just
yes.
come to you out of nowhere?
Yes, it's. I mean, these are the experiences sometimes that I grew up with with the experience. You know how people write. Look at Taylor Swift. She just writes out of it. That's the way I write, and it's crazy. It's just it's something that you go through and you just put into words, and then you put it in your own story. And this is what like when I write, it's just my mind just it flows. It
Do you
flows.
have to be like in a certain environment, or it just comes and you're
Yes,
like, wait, something came? Oh, you
yes.
do. Is
Yes,
it a
you
certain
have to
time
be
of
in
the
a
day
nice
or a certain
ambiance
place?
because yeah, you got to be surrounded with something that you can just relax and just think about the words. And then when you hear the music, it's so sometimes I write without the music. Sometimes I write with
That
the
was my
music.
next question. If the music
Yes,
was first, do you
yes.
produce your music too?
I did produce at the beginning. I produced my first tracks, the "Find Another Love" and "Materialistic Girl." Also, we produced me and Frankie Color. We produced "Love Desire" for Chrissy, which I wrote with Chrissy. "Love Desire."
And
Chrissy,
I
are you?
don't have those songs. I only have two songs. And I stole the video, and I think the video is going to be. I looked at it, I said, wow, it came out pretty small on here.
Mm,
It's so, StreamYard's kind of like a brat, and it's protecting you as an artist. And I
yes.
always will have to go after every interview and say, yo, the person on there, that's their music. They always try to mute it. It takes maybe like an hour and then they'll release it. But I'm ready for that button to come up. This is
Yeah.
partially muted because this person. But I like it. It's okay because they're defending you so that nobody can go on and play your
Yes,
music. But I was
yes.
like, wow. And the DJ one is even harder. That's a whole nightmare in itself. But the
Yeah.
DJs have found ways to get around it. When you drop beats, it might not pick it up. But I'm going to say this on live. You play Stevie B's, you getting muted. Like you getting muted. Stevie got like the bulldog standing at the gate because I asked him to play a song that I love. And the moment that he played it, when the video finished from our live, it immediately muted the rest of the whole thing. I said, good gracious. And somebody said, yo, you can't play Stevie B straight out like that. I said, I didn't know. I did it. I asked him to play it because I have
Yeah.
an interactive DJ. Does my DJs have your music, your new music? If
I
you
believe
don't,
so.
I'll get you on the back and I'll see. Do you ever write a song like from an event? Like it doesn't have to be in your life. Maybe somebody's going through something and you write it in like memory of them, like a person that went. You might have to be, you change the character of it a little bit. But has that ever on any of your songs ever been a reason or what it came? Maybe love, maybe breakup.
Yeah. Basically, love and breakup, and then sometimes like one chance right now, the song that I just dropped. One chance is basically just uh, it's about like a second chance. Give me a chance to give me one more chance to show my love, and I'm sorry. And so these are things that just it's different, but
But I
it's about
happen to
love.
know that isn't you exactly because you have a beautiful wife. So when you say give
Yeah.
me one more chance, you're sending that out into the universe. It's ironic because a lot of the artists, when they come on and they play their song, like Shattered and Broken, I had Jaquan on, Nasty Boys.
Mm,
And when I first heard it, for me, I love visual. Even if it's, because when a visual is going to come out, you get a more where they were coming from. Their mind, where
yes.
their creative process was actually now is on visual. So when they made a video, and when I saw the video, I didn't get that out of the video at first. Have you ever seen the video yet?
No, I haven't. I
I mean,
haven't.
I mean, it's a great song, and I loved it. But I really loved it after the video. Basically, he drops him off. He tells him you're going to be okay, blah blah blah, and he's struggling with she left, but it's really deep, and it also shows a friendship, which I thought was really good in the freestyle. That shows a bond between two
Mm,
men, and he goes, "Hey, he's not answering his phone. I want to go check on him." They kept calling and calling. They're on their way there, and he's floating face down in the pool and he saves him. That's the end of the video. But I didn't
mm,
get any of that from the video. So I always tell artists, I say, you know what, when it's, I don't know, for me, I mean, it might not be for somebody else, but the creative process and the depth of it, somebody might not get it. And I started asking the fans and stuff. I said, when you hear the song, the artist, well, a couple of them will say, I want you to give me, Give me your comments. Do you like it? You don't like it? And if you don't like it, or you think I should change something, to tell me. And it was amazing because the artist was like, wow, how'd they get that out of that? And I wasn't even going anywhere. That wasn't the message. And I was like, I kind of went both ways. When you write a song, like what you just said, I guarantee you that everybody can hear it. And somebody might have got a different message out in their own personal life. And I appreciate you coming out with that. I'm going to play it later. I'm not going to play it right now.
Well, Tony, it's funny that Tony TKA, Tony always told me, he goes, Wil, I love the way you write. He goes, I love the way you write because it's like when you write a story. And I said, I appreciate you, God. And it's coming from him, I was like, wow.
How long ago did you write it?
I had this in my archive. I wrote this a long time ago, a very long time ago. And this is even before, it was just in my archive. And I did this alongside with, I did it with Artie Rodriguez a long time ago.
Love him.
And I try to call him and I say, yo, Artie, let's finish this song up. It's already done. Just got to do better. But it didn't work out. So, because he said he didn't have the equipment, that he used when he produced the song. I was like, oh man, you're kidding me. So from there, I just, came to that Edwin went and, she called Edwin and told him, oh, Wil wants to do something. And Edwin, I sent him the track and he said, yo, I can do this. I can work with this.
Did you have an idea of the beat you were looking for?
To me, when it comes to production, I'm professionals. I like to hear. If I don't hear it, it doesn't sound right to me, I won't put nothing out.
Thank God.
When Edwin sent me the track that he did, the production, I was like, let's do this. He goes, yo, let's do it. I said, yes, let's do this. So,
and I'm seeing that they're giving us a lot of comments. They love the song, and I guess we should play it now because some people might not have heard it. I will play it now for y'all. But with that said, so remix, is the producer you wrote it? Yeah. But who's the producer?
Edwin Ramos, and the one that did the club remix was Mambo LeBron, the one that you guys are gonna hear.
Really? I love Mambo. I love you, Mambo. He's such a great guy.
Carlos, his brother, and also Benny B. They all contribute to the club mix. So
wow, that's a strong group. I'm gonna play the song now, y'all.
All right.
I wasn't gonna play it in the beginning, but we have to. You're talking about it, and I see people saying I haven't heard it yet. You heard it now.
One chance to make it up to you. One chance, that's all I ask of you. One chance to bring back the love that we once had.
love that.
Thank you for
I
playing
love that break.
that. Thank you.
I like that break. I like it. It caught me off guard. I was like, "Woo!" As we were going, I was trying to show everybody what everybody had said. See, I think they like it. So if you didn't hear it,
Thank
you
you.
heard it
I
now.
appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thank you,
so.
guys.
Um, is there anybody that you would like to collaborate with that you haven't collaborated with yet, but you've
Um,
thought about it? And if you have something, you can keep it a secret. I like
oh,
to always tell
I
everybody come up with a wow.
it's something coming up, but you know, it's quite a few people that I'm doing on the download. When you see it's so
I can't wait.
I'm,
I
yeah.
had I don't want to. I guess you call it a dream. It was the oddest thing. I did an interview one night, and I went to bed, and I woke up thinking that I missed it, but I had everybody on, but it was weird because I made a mistake, and I had invited. I sent the link out to more than one artist, and it was
Mm,
weird because y'all got me because you ended up saying we might as well, make the best of it. And I'm sleeping through it, and the interview's going on, and y'all decided to write music, and somebody was doing a beat, and I woke up and I went, "Oh my God, thank God!" But it was weird because it was all men. It was all men freestyle,
wow, wow.
and I was like, "Oh my God, that would be such an awesome idea!" But the time frame on it was like an hour and a half, and I
Mm,
remember that the person that did the interview with me that night, that's probably where it got in my brain, was like my creative process can be like super quick. I could just come to them and they write it. And that person was in this interview with these other people, but they were sitting there and they were like, we got to hold Lucy up, man. Let's see what we do. And y'all started doing sounds and singing and stuff and blah blah
awesome.
blah. Long story short, you ended up coming out with a song, but I didn't get to hear it,
That's
so I
awesome.
can't.
That's awesome.
But it was funny. Where's your favorite place that you've ever performed and why? And your least favorite place that you've performed and why? That's not
I
necessarily.
mean, the it's I did the Apollo when I did the Apollo when I was when we first started. It was amazing. The
That
Apollo
was,
was
yeah, but that was the spot back then. That's where I first used to go with all my, when I was on the
yeah, the
road. We
Apollo.
were
That
in the,
was one of my, and then just not I was last year was a couple of years ago. I think last year was the Westbury. These
I
are
was, my favorite one for you up to date was Westbury. I was on the whole time. Somebody, I don't remember who, but thank you, wherever you were, um, had
let
the
me tell
live,
you.
and the view was perfection. My
Thank you.
dream would be to
Appreciate
be
that.
able to go to there. As an artist, that must have been so, oh my
Oh,
golly.
that's a blessing to step on a stage that many legends have stepped on. To step on that stage is like it's amazing. It's amazing.
And so it's always packed to the hills.
Yes,
Where's it
yes. And like I
located?
said, like I told I always look forward to doing big events. And but it's all about the promoters. If they, that's it's about them. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
unfortunately,
So
and unfortunately, the way that it is, we always bring this up in an interview. I mean, you started back years ago, and you remember it was a lot easier. Even if you had we called them a street team. You remember that, and you would have your music. At that time, it was on a cassette. There wasn't anything about a hard drive or anything, and you went down and you knocked doors. You went and talked to people. You went to the radio stations and, hey, can you listen to my music? If they liked you, they'd play it. If it got popular, if you were lucky, some of the busier clubs that played the music would have you come in, and before you knew it, you'd be on stage, and the rest is history. Unfortunately, now the promotion, really, number one, is different. Thank God for internet. I'm going to ask you how
well,
you feel
I just
about the
want to
internet.
say thank God for those. I've been blessed because I've been called for a couple of shows this month, which is awesome.
Awesome!
Um,
Yay!
so I'm doing, that's a blessing. Um, and it's in Texas. One, it's in Texas. I'm doing the Skyline in Texas. It's for a birthday bash. We're doing,
Awesome!
it's going to be, it's a heck, 91, what is it? Let me tell you, this guy, he goes all out. Heck 915, he's doing this thing, and he got me to do this show out in Texas for my friend Oscar Pacheco is his birthday. So we're gonna, it's different for me because we're gonna be traveling on one of these trolleys. We're gonna go from club to club, and the last club that that we're gonna stop, it's gonna be the club I'll be performing. So if
And he
anybody is
doesn't know?
interested,
Is it a surprise?
no, he knows. He knows. He's the one that's
Oh, I
promoting
was going
them
to say,
too.
it ain't a
Oscar
surprise anymore.
Oscar Pacheco's promoting this. Like, forget it. All of them. Oscar and Hector, 915. They doing their thing. They've been promoting. We got Wendy. She's been promoting. The stuff
Yes, I
I've
saw.
been sending. It's gonna be an awesome. It's gonna be on the 31st, May 31st. And I'm looking forward to seeing. It's gonna be meet and greet. Everybody's gonna hang out in the trolley, and then we're gonna
Super cool.
meet and
If
greet
you don't
there.
go live, I'm not going to forgive you. You have to go
um,
live. For people
I'm
that
gonna
can't
try.
get
I'm gonna
there.
try. I can't promise you, but I'm gonna try.
Somebody
But
usually, if we're really lucky,
yeah,
somebody goes live and you get to see it. And there was a time where I would say it takes away from like ticket sales, but because of the age that freestyle's been around,
yeah.
unfortunately, some people, including myself, since I had the brain tumor and the loss of my ear,
Mm.
I'm gonna ask when I
But
go
it's a
to.
blessing.
I have a
It's a
doctor's
blessing that
appointment. I'm gonna say I want to go on a plane, and you tell me I can't fly, but I don't know what do I have to do to fly. I mean, there's got to be
Yeah,
something they can do. Put things on my ear or whatever. It's
yes.
not safe for me because I don't have the tube from one side to the other.
Mm.
I can't swim either. Those are two things that I can't get my go underwater. And I was a swimmer. I'm from Florida, so I swam and everything, but I got to be honest with you. That's what gave me my melanoma, and that's how it all began. I had
Wow.
no idea, but I mean,
Well, you're
thank
here.
God that they show it to
You're
us. But
here,
how do
and
you
it's a
feel?
blessing. Yes, you're here, and you're
I
here
am
for a
here.
reason.
I'm a fight till I can't fight no more. You just don't even know. Sometimes I challenge that, and I'm in front of my doctor, and he reminds me, "You." I say, I get really, he goes, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to. He said it to me today. I go, I'm so frustrated. And I like to don't get out of the gory details, but I guess by law,
Positive,
they
positive
got to
vibes.
tell you everything. I'm like, oh God, no, don't tell me all that. Just, I've agreed to it already. I signed the
Yeah.
dotted line. Just, unless it's something that's like necessary.
Just you
I
leave it
don't
all to
like when
God.
you give me
Just
like the worst, and it doesn't work that way. I believe in God. I pray very hard. I was never supposed to hear again or walk again. Hello. I hear, walk, talk. I don't run, but it has nothing to do with the surgery I had. But I said, I don't always listen to them. I actually have been a person to listen to my body, but I didn't listen to my mom when I was younger. I was working in Disney, and this girl
okay.
had a tanning bed delivered. It was very expensive, almost 4 grand. And I wanted to be the first one in it. And me and her were really good friends. And I have to be honest, Will, I went every single day for 10 years. My
Wow.
mom has dark skin. She's Dominican, darker than you, like real dark.
Okay.
And she was like, stay out. You could say that because you have beautiful skin. And I got daddy skin. I got freckles. I
Mm.
hate freckles. I wish they'd all combine together. Anybody doesn't have them, they're so cute. Freckles. My son thinks freckles are so cute. Ew. So I would go every day, and sometimes I get burnt. And then I got this thing to put in your face really, really close. You want to make sure you get the good facial tan. Boy, was I stupid because what it's done to me years later is unbelievable. The first one I ever got was in my arm, but we got past that one. It was a freckle. I thought it was a
Mm.
freckle and found out it was a big melanoma that we had
Mm.
ignored because it looked like a freckle. And I had one in my head. And the rest is history. But I like being in the sun. You're tan. You don't have to worry about that stuff.
No, I can't
Nah,
stay in
you
this stuff for long. I get tan really quick.
I bet you do. When I was making the pictures, I said, wow, we've got them. I guess the AI, the automatic intelligence. I said, man, you got him one day, he's a white guy and yada, yada. And next day you got him African American. The next day you almost had him Indian. I was like, wow, I had to really play around with your pictures. I was like, this one was rough. And when it was a child, you look too bald. I couldn't do a child picture because the child one and the AI that I use is very high intelligence because I use it for my work at Juvenile.
Mm.
You could commit a crime and be very hard for us to get you older, younger, or color your hair. Some people are easy. Suave better never commit a crime. AB better never commit a crime because their AI was perfect. It just came out perfect on a picture. We could make them old, young, and they still had the same features. With your features, even in your pictures, I noticed that online. When I go through and I was getting pictures, I said, Wow, you have a very strong presence in your face, and sometimes your
Thank you.
facial when you know like that when the picture I
Thank,
use, I love that picture because I
thank you.
like how your face. Not everybody has that cutesy smile, and I saw a lot of pictures of people in it. I don't use those, but I noticed that there was a perception for you. You didn't even try, Will. Your face smiles all by itself.
Thank you.
Your face
Appreciate
says
you.
that. I want to say it like this. I think your eyes smile. See, guys, when he smiles, you see his eyes. It all smiles. I'm sure your wife would agree. So, if what was I going to say? So you told me where your favorite was, but you didn't tell me where your least favorite was and why. It could be weather, it could be sound.
It's it depends where, I really don't have a least favorite because
No,
I did no
it could
everything's
have been the
cool.
time of year you were cold. Could have been you were cold. It could have been a good bad. Somebody said once, I found it funny. They did a show somewhere, and the guy said, "Whoa, I didn't expect it."
Bless you.
Oh,
Bless you.
I thought it wasn't. Good gracious! I
Is it my
thought
cologne? Is it my cologne?
huh? I'm allergic to you. It's that time of the year when it comes around May and June with the allergies and everything blooming and the flowers and stuff. I don't usually get it, but the last couple of days, I don't know if you were on my Facebook recently. Forget cancer. The worst thing I've been going through is now I got something going on with vertigo.
Mm,
You get up and you're like, whoa, and everything's spinning. And I was like, oh my golly. And we've tried
yeah.
everything. Today he tried to use the suction thing. And I said, it didn't fix it, but boy, does it feel good. Can you just keep doing it and doing it? But it didn't change it. And I have to go to have some kind of device put on my head because
Mm.
they couldn't do that turn left, turn right. I look like the exorcist, my son said. But everything's going 100 miles an hour, and it really makes you be off keister. I look like horrible. And if I get up really, really slow, I'm still spinning. But you know that ride at the fair that you stand up like that and it goes around really, really, really fast. And when you get off the ride, it feels like
Yeah.
the world's spinning. Well, imagine living that every day. It's been horrible. I told my son, "Oh my God, you better hope you." And they say that it's not an inner ear infection, but it's a collection of fluid that's in there. And because I don't have another canal, it's
Mm.
stuck in there and he can't get it out. He tried everything today and he couldn't get it out. He even tried
Wow.
to do it through my nose. I was like, and that's probably why I'm sneezing. I was like, wow, you put me through a lot and it didn't fix it. He said it all. And I said, no, you got my ears popping like I'm on a plane. It was horrible. If you could pick another artist to open up for that you maybe haven't, or somebody that you did and you just really enjoyed opening up for them, doesn't I guess it does have to be freestyle, but who would it be?
And freestyle?
Yeah, if you want to, you say, you know what, I've never opened up for them. I really like to open up for them. You've been around a while, so it's hard to ask the longer people in the genre that question because you probably have been on stage or at an event with pretty much all of them. Am I right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that's
I
them
have.
too. I figured that. What's the most useless talent that you have, but you don't use it? It could be one of the freestyle artists actually went to school to be an attorney, and they don't do it. I was like, wow, that's a big one. But
I'm an
something that you
artist. I draw as well.
really. How old were you when you started drawing?
Huh?
How old were you?
I've been doing this since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, junior high. I do portraits. I do portraits. I do color.
What?
Yeah, I do color pencil.
Do you do it
Um,
now?
huh?
You do it now?
Well, yeah, I do. What I do is that's like my downtime. I just, when I want to really draw,
I
like,
want you to draw me.
yeah,
I didn't know that. Now that's a secret that you need to put on your page. Look at what he drew. I think
yeah.
everybody would be amazed to see. I didn't even know you did that. I didn't see
I
that
went to
anywhere.
art. See, it's funny because before going to art and design, I already, I was drawing already. I just went to art and design and was trying to get to, to try to see. And the thing is that people think, oh, art and design. We had academic classes as well. So it's like everybody thought it was just art school. No, it's not. We had academic classes. It was crazy. It was hard. But before graduating, that's when they was coming in with the Apple computers. And I missed out on that because I wanted to do animation. and that's
Oh,
what I
yeah, that's a
wanted to get
lot.
into.
That's really awesome. I worked at Disney, and one of my good friends' boyfriend worked in the animation department. Man, it looked hard to me. He said it wasn't. I said that's because he went to school for it forever. What they can do from like nothing, and what they can make that thing do when they make the movies. He does the animations when you go on like a ride or you go to those little, when you go to
Yeah,
Disney. I worked at MGM, so there was a lot of movies and everything you went to, it always had that big screen on it. And
right.
how he could do it on a moment's notice, like he
We
would
used to take
put something up.
what we was working on. It was just we used to have like clay characters made out of clay. So it was like stop motion. So every little motion you got to take a picture. It takes a year just to produce a video. A year just doing stop motion back in the days. Just little motion and click, motion, click. And then all of a sudden, when you put it there, you start walking. You're like, oh my God. But that's what I wanted to do. This is when the computers came out. Apple computer was coming into the school. I was already graduating. I was mad. I was like, oh no. But, it's a blessing though.
But that's a really, you're always going to have a job in
Yeah, I played
animation. You would
baseball
always
as
have
well.
a job.
So that was my
Huh?
thing. Baseball was my other thing. I played, play sports, my baseball.
Oh,
Almost made it pro. So it was,
really? Who'd you play for?
no, it was just I was playing for art and design, but I was getting scouted. I had scouts that were looking at, most of the players. I was one of them, but I was hurt. I was a liability to them, so I couldn't,
Would
my
you hurt
coach,
your back, your leg, your knee? Oh
because
no, yeah. What
I used
position
to
did you
pitch, I used
play?
to pitch and catch.
Oh man, that's
So
hard. I was a catcher on a girls' team. I
yeah,
liked it too. I was tough when
I
I was
mean,
younger. I loved every sport. I tried it all. I was a race car powder puff derby. You know what that is? When you go out and you do race cars against girls and you crash into each
yeah,
other. Couldn't pay me to do it now, but we had a big
yeah.
racetrack here, the Palm Beach Fairgrounds Speedway. And my stepfather had a wrecker. And I used to be on the back. I was tough. We'd go
me
and
and
we'd hook
Angel, me and Angel, me and Angel used to play together. We used to play in Central Park in New York. Angel
How cool.
from
One
from
of the artists was on here wants to do an older people baseball team, to have
well,
like a
I
to
got
play
somebody
against
that's
each other
trying to
at
get
a
me to
bar.
play now. I'm like, my knees are shot. I
Oh, you
can't.
couldn't do it?
No, I don't know, maybe.
I,
But he keeps
I'm down and
pushing.
I can't get up. You'd have to have
He
somebody help me
keep
to
he's.
get up. You can get down, but you can't get
What's
up.
good about it that I'm a switch hitter. I can hit from both sides, so which is good. So,
What?
it's
What? We can't stop the process of life. I mean, I can say, even my doctor gave me the compliment today. There's certain parts of my blood work that are a fail, but he says, I have to say on the other end, you must have ate well. And I said, well, my mom we had to I eat every vegetable you can name. Even if you think I won't eat it, I will. Brussels sprouts, spinach, everything my mom made me. I still do today. I prefer that over meat, anything. But I really believe that we are what we are. We're production of what we eat. So I have to say, I feel sorry for the kids today because you and I both know when your kids, I know when kids are growing up, what do they want? Chicken nuggets, macaroni and cheese. And when I used to fight it tooth and nail, try to throw vegetables in, and I really had to do a lot of fighting.
but you know what's
I
funny?
finally won. You want your French fry, or you want something else that you shouldn't have? Then you got to eat 5 green beans, and they do.
Growing up, our parents was just whatever was on the table, that's what you eat.
Oh
Growing
yeah,
up,
my mom. And no
and we try that with
elbows
our
off
kids
the
as well.
table, no talk phones. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You even brought up a conversation that wasn't family related or one between me and my sister talking at something that had nothing to do with family oriented. He was a cop. My dad was
Mm,
6'4", and he was a drug enforcement officer. He was a very
mm,
nice guy, but he was very black and white, and he had old fashioned values. When I was a kid, I have to say, Dad, rest in peace. I didn't like it. I never wanted to bring my friends there because I said my friends will go to eat at the table and go, "Oh, you're not allowed to talk." No, we're not. My dad doesn't let you talk. You can't lean, and you definitely don't leave away from the table unless everybody's done and you ask to be excused. And she goes, "To be excused?" I said, "That'd be a joke. Can you imagine sitting at a table? Now you're lucky if all the family gets together unless it's an event, like a birthday or a holiday and something. People don't sit at the table and eat like that unless they're coming
No, but
over."
talking about birthdays, I just want to say happy birthday to Tony Tonasia. Happy birthday, my brother. I didn't
Love
forget
him.
you. I send you already the text. So
I
happy
love him.
birthday,
He's a
brother.
great guy. You know what he made me do, Will?
What?
He made me dress as Lucille Ball to do his interview. You have to go back and
That's
watch it.
funny.
It's on YouTube. I don't do interviews for anybody, Lucy. And I said, oh my God, I feel honored. He reached
It
out
was
to me and
my
he said, but I
it
have
was
a
like
special
my
request.
yeah, it was my sister's birthday. Yes, in the heavens because she's no longer
Happy
here.
birthday. So
But
happy
my
belated
sister,
birthday.
that was my. She was like a mom to me, and and I miss her dearly. I have other siblings that also,
You'll be with her again.
yeah. This is I have her. I think her handprint.
What?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Huh? I just
How
had
did
it
you get
made.
that?
I just had it
No, but
made.
how did you get that? When you got it before she passed or
Oh yeah,
actual?
I told
Oh,
before she
that is
before
so
yeah
awesome. What a great idea.
her last days. Um, I told her, I said, sis, I'm gonna have your handprint somewhere, somewhere in my body, either my chest, my back, and I decided to put it here because when I sing, I feel a presence. I
That is
don't know if
such
you
a
know that I keep
beautiful
my hands out.
story.
I'm always looking at my arm. That's when I have nothing. Like if I'm not wearing a jacket, I look at my arm and I always have it close to me.
Does
But
it
yeah,
have her name on it too? That's so
no, I didn't
beautiful.
put no name. It's just a handprint, a
A friend
fingerprint.
of mine just lost her husband, and it was a cancer patient, and she was going to the morgue, I guess you call it, and she was getting a tattoo. And I thought, did she just say I'm going to the morgue to get a tattoo? So I said, man, my ear really is messed up. I said, did you say you're going to the morgue and you're getting the tattoo people are going there? Because I'm the one that told her about a tattoo. And I thought he was like going to her house to do a tattoo. She has a tattoo. This is recent. She has a tattoo of the hands that go together. And a big thing in cancer is butterflies. And when you
Wow,
go to where I get my treatment done, there's a big light. Oh, it's so beautiful. And they told me, no, if it's all lit, beautiful, Lucy. But if you see it dark and a butterfly's going way up there, it's not good. And that was like my second day there. And I go, why? It's so pretty. You see it stop and then it goes up and the cloud lights up and it goes really slow dim. And that same
mm,
butterfly, that means that somebody passed away. So she went there and had them tattoo his hen and her hand so that when you put it together, I gotta see it like this, the two
that's
thumb,
awesome.
and it has the butterfly and the butterfly, so it goes together. And on him it says, "In my heart, never apart," something like that. It
Wow,
was so
beautiful.
awesome. I thought it was so cool, and I told my friend
That's
I had no
beautiful.
idea when she asked me to tell you to do a tattoo
Yeah,
that
that's
you were going
beautiful.
to the
That's
morgue to
nice.
do it. He says, it was really deep. She didn't cry while she was there. She said a lot of, the family was very loving and everything, and they even did like a meal thing there. He said he was really deep and it gave me a great idea. And he said, I have two other people now that want to do it with a different design. And I said, I never heard of that before. I thought it was cool.
Mm.
Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
I sing different genres. I get into when I'm in the mood to sing salsa, I sing salsa. You know,
Do you sing other genres besides salsa and freestyle?
well, that's why I was doing with my cousin, trying to get into, it's different. Someone is going to take me out of my comfort zone. I'm not going to say no more.
No, 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 no. No, no, we keep secrets on here. We don't ever
Yeah,
say that. I don't ever want anybody to say they heard it on. So you
yeah.
sing all different genres in the shower.
I
You
tried.
sing
Yeah, I
all
tried.
different. You ever practice your vocals when you're in the shower? It's great acoustics. Even for me, when
Yeah,
I
I
can't sing, and
tried. I tried it.
oh,
Yeah, I try to do. I try to imitate the riffs and, you know, but yeah.
not to not to steal from your light, but I do have to say it because it shocked me. Jesse B and Mia's new song. Jesse is in a zone I've never heard him be in before, and Mia too, but in a different light. Dang, Jesse belted it. And I said, whoa, I didn't know Jesse had it in him. That's all I'm going to say. I was very, very, I'm not going to say shocked because he's talented, but I said, dang it, look how loud he got with that. It was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome. I think it was done
Let me tell
very,
you,
very well. I
it's
like the song. Huh?
the thing is that when you're singing with somebody, if you're doing a duet or whatever it is, and you with another person, that's gives you that it's a formula that you feel,
But
You
it
say,
doesn't,
"Man, I
it
got,
doesn't
you
always
know,
work. You can't pick the
yeah,
person. It has to be
yes,
somebody that,
yes, it has to work.
you have to like
Yes.
marry the voices together. And I was curious of what it would be because I've seen Mia on all different. I've seen her sing
Oh, she's amazing.
Selena
She's
on the stage. I
amazing.
mean,
She's
she sings
amazing.
all over. She's multi-talented, but I wasn't sure where or what type of
Yeah.
music she was going to sing on that. And if you heard it, I was in shock. I was like, oh my gosh, it was like so awesome. They did a great job on that.
Yeah,
Sorry to
she's
shout them
amazing.
out on this.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
They did an amazing job. They did
they
an
did.
amazing job on that song. I was
What would you
listening
be
to it.
doing right now if you weren't singing? If you weren't an artist, what would you be doing?
What I would be
Baseball
doing?
player?
What? Nah, because like I said, that door was shut because of my injury,
Oh,
and I
okay.
guess this is what opened up for me, my music. Yeah. Me and like when I have downtime, I start drawing. I
No, no,
start
I'm
doing
saying that if you weren't an artist in today's world, where do you think you would be? Like some people said, I'd be a police officer. I always thought I'd be a teacher. I thought I'd
Well,
be a nurse.
I work at a hospital, so I
Oh,
work
I
at
know.
I work at the jail.
I don't ever say a person. I knew that, but I didn't know anybody knew it. I don't ever say that, but yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
Since you
that's what.
said it, I work in the medical field as well for
Yes.
many years. I
Yes.
mean, it's hard, and I am grateful that I had stepped away because of cancer. But I
Mhm.
have to say that the people through COVID. Did you work through COVID? I tried to help out, and it was a little bit too much for me emotionally, and I was scared. And I
It
felt
was
bad about myself because I said, I signed up for this. My mom's a nurse. My grandfather is a doctor. I mean, I signed up for this.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
fear isn't supposed to be in us. I really felt like a failure. So I said to her, I said, I can, but I kind of wanted to pick what I wanted to do. And I picked the area. But I have to tell you, Will, blessings to you.
Thank
If
you.
you worked through it, I was scared out of my brain.
Oh, trust me.
They weren't sure. I didn't know what was going on. And the moment they said, you got to get the shot, I go, yeah, that was an easy way to get out because I wasn't going to put anything that was so fast out. But it was too
It's
hard on
sad,
me.
but yeah, we toughed it out. It was nice. It was everybody had their we used to help other areas. You know that's what we used to do. So it was nice. It was we took care of patients that came in that were
Sad
needed.
though, there wasn't enough equipment. A
Yeah.
friend of mine who was my RN, she was my nursing supervisor. I was a nurse when I was a kid, 14. That's how I actually started. And I was a candy striper. They don't even have those anymore. And then I went to
Mm,
CNA. And then I went on and I got a really good job in Palm Beach and was being paid more than anybody could imagine for what my title was. And it was called a licensed vocational nurse. They don't
okay.
have that anymore. And I had the greatest opportunity to go back and finish school and be an RN. I turned it down because of the job I had. But at the same time, I wanted to still be able to go out there. So I enlisted at this agency where I could just pick it up when I wanted to. I told you I traveled. So when I'd come off the road, I
Right.
wanted to go back and do that.
Well, we're the ones. We're the ones that try to. We're the ones that um, we sterilize the equipment, make sure that everything is is
Oh,
prepped
that's what you do?
for the day.
Shh. Comes in dirty then. I really couldn't do your job. I was like I always used, hand sanitizer. It wasn't like a surprise to me. I always
It's a
had
lot
that
of stuff
everywhere.
that come down
I've been
from
like
the.
a germ phobia. So
We
imagine
see a lot
me.
of stuff. Yeah,
My mom said, Lord, she's going to go through it. She absolutely doesn't like germs. I don't like dirty. I
we see a
spray
lot of stuff
everything.
that comes down. We see a lot of, but it's 20 years doing it, so it's funny. So.
Thank you for what you do to the medical. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that. Who is a famous musician like that was an inspiration to you? And it doesn't have to be freestyle, obviously. That's the second part of the question.
Well,
And
there's
freestyle,
quite a
who was an
few.
inspiration? And as
The
far as
most
like,
talented person, the genre that it's Phil Collins. He was one of
wow,
my Phil Collins was one of my inspiration because it's more of a and it's the man. He did it all. He did it all.
beautiful
I mean,
voice.
he played. Yeah, his music is amazing. It was amazing. Um, and
Come on,
and
Michael
and the Latin
Jackson.
and
Michael Jackson.
Luther Vandross was another
Oh,
one with smoothness.
the
The
best
smooth.
person to be on the road with traveling. He treated me.
Yeah.
I remembered having a cold And he went to the artist left the hotel. I was really sick, and I told him I'll be okay. He said, "No, I don't want you going." I was coughing, coughing, and coughing. I really was doing bad, but I was hoping that he would notice. You know, I'm paid to be there, and I never wanted to miss it. I liked being in the limelight and getting out of the limo and all that. I wanted to go. He left and went to the corner store to get me medication for a cold and brought it back. Who does that? He was just
And
such
also
a
one,
wonderful person.
and also one of my favorite groups too was Depeche Mode. That's one of my, one of my favorite groups, Depeche Mode. So,
Yes.
and
And everybody on here might. I mean, they might, but you listen to good music back then. I mean, I
and
have to say, I miss a
and
lot of
in the
that.
Latin field, my the guy who inspired me, that I still love is Gilberto Santa Rosa. I love Gilbertito. That man is amazing. I mean, if I was to do a salsa song, I want him to mentor me to go to do what because I wrote a salsa song. I wrote it. I don't
Where
know if
is
you
it?
just-
We want it. I must say, we want it. I always tell everybody, don't hold it back. Stay in the
but
studio. Now, I know
yeah,
everybody. I tell everybody. Somebody came out with one song. I don't have to always say that it's a freestyle, but they ask, what the parent asked, what can they do, to make it. I said, you got to make it for yourself. You promote. AB said something very, very, it stuck in my head forever. And it was months ago. He said it to me from TKA. He said, it's not gone, Lucy. You still can promote yourself. You still can get posters. You still can have posters hung. You still can go to radio stations, but you have to invest in your craft. It's not free. It costs money. He said, let me explain it to you like this. If I come out with a song and I want it to play on a station, doesn't have to be a freestyle station. They're going to play it. If I'm going to pay them, they're going to play it. I said, but would it, he said, if I believe in my craft and I believe in my song and I know that it's that strong, yes, people have to know that you have to believe in your craft. And I think you said it, but you said it mildly, is to make sure that when you go in, I'm going to ask you what advice you give to somebody coming into the music industry, period. And you mentioned like that much of it where it was the production, because it's so important. I heard somebody say, well, the reason why it was so bad that I performed there is because the sound system there and the way that my
well, you got
production was.
places. That's another thing. There's places that when I go to when I go performing, that's the first thing I try to talk to the sound guy, whoever's handling the sound. I hate a dry mic. I hate dry mics because it sounds so, it doesn't sound pleasant to the ear in the outside. I like something. I mean, if you're gonna put something, at least put a little reverb so it can give it a balance to your music, to your song.
I know exactly what you're
Um,
saying.
so it's that's important for me. That's when I perform. That's the first thing I talk to the sound guy. I said, just a bit reverb. Give me, I want to hear what it sounds like. Because it's I went to a place and it was that's and I don't quite remember where it was at, but it was very. I was like, I can.
I recently had an artist tell me that they did a show somewhere, blah blah blah. But long story short, they absolutely, and it's a big person. They were like, I can't believe I even sounded good, because as far as I was concerned, nothing was coming out, because I wasn't having anything coming back to me, and I winged it, and I prayed to God that I was on target or whatever, because where they were and the way that it was set up, they weren't able to hear themselves, and it was crazy and couldn't be fixed. And a couple of the other artists had sang, it was like, whoa, they really didn't. I mean, they just figured that would that would cover the mistake, and it was really, really bad. It wasn't in freestyle, thank God. It was in country. But it was ironic, because I was like, oh my God, what the heck happened? He said, man, I can't even tell you how bad it sounded to me. And
Yeah,
as people out there, what would you do if you were to be at a place performing and you look out into the crowd and they're just not into you? You're like, dang, they don't look like they like it. What would you
you
do
try.
to change the environment?
Well, you gotta change the way you talk to them. Try to see if you get a reaction. Try to go another route. Try to see if you can just if you can grab one person, that person could attract the other person, then the other person could. I mean, you get that feedback. Excuse me. Um, when that's the first thing when I'm the type of person when I go up on stage, I look at the crowd, see if, what I'm getting from them. That's what I give them. You know, and
Have you ever
sometimes
gotten off the after stage and went and interacted with them? They're on their phone, they're texting.
well, I've told people, I said, put your phones away. Let's be like it used to be. Just have fun, clap. Let's do it. You
I agree
know.
with that.
But yeah, that was
One of the
many.
artists
Wow.
said they got off the stage and went right up to the guy. They didn't even they were so not in the moment. You texting me? Oh, they were like, oh my God. Hit the end button, on the phone to make it go off.
If there's people, if there's people here that way back, I don't know if they know if they're listening. The club was called the Post Office. I don't know if you heard of that one
I have
in New
not.
York.
Where is that?
Well, that was in New York. That was many years ago. This is when we started. You know, when freestyle was really hitting the mainstream. There was I came on stage. I was performing, and one of the guys that was he was being rude. The guy was being, I mean, absolutely rude, and he kept talking. You know, I was trying to go on. He kept talking. So I told the DJ, I said, cut the music. And this came out. I got ghetto on the guy. I said, let me tell you something. Just because I'm an artist doesn't make me that I'm a punk. Because after the show, if not, I'll come down there. I'll take care of you. And that's how. And everybody was like, ooh, like. So the whole crowd, and then we just, it just like it just came out of me. I mean, this
Changed
is
that whole crowd really quick.
yeah. The crowd put him like the guy was like this, so he put his head down, and I told him straight up. I said, no, just because I'm over here and I'm singing doesn't make me that I'm a punk, and thinking that you're gonna come and be rude while I'm
Disrespect
being
me.
on stage. I mean, this is not easy to do. If you can do, you come up on stage and do it. So that was my attitude towards the guy. But I said, but then you want to take care of it, I can do it another way. And it was
Yeah.
like everybody like,
For those of you that don't know, Will's not a small guy. You're taller than most of the freestyle. I said that,
I,
and much more built. So I wouldn't mess with
I,
them. Not everybody. When I went to a show, I'm not even going to put everybody on. Everybody knows Coro Short, but I was really surprised at some of them. I was like, wow. And in my mind, I wanted to go, you look so much taller, and I'm a tall girl. So I thought to myself, you look so much taller on the internet, and they're little. I mean, there was more than one artist that was at the show, and I said, my golly, they're all, but Willie Valentine was there, and he was like the Jolly Green Giant. He's a very tall guy. But I thought to
yeah.
myself, oh my God, these people I thought looked so much taller, and I'm 5'7", and I had heels on. So I'm like really far up. And I was like, whoa, I thought that for sure that these guys were 5'11", 6'1". Nah, it's not. And Jesse B's tall too. But we don't have a lot of tall ones in freestyle. Even some of the girls. I didn't realize that Denine's and Giggles, Marla, she's really small. She's like Tonka Toy small. I was standing on the curb and she came to walk up to me and I went, oh my God, I got to get down because she was like right here at level. Her head was here. And where I was, I said, let me step down. It was like embarrassing. She said, I think she told me she's 4'9" or 4'10". She's really little. You've met her, right?
Yes, of course,
Teeny.
of course.
She don't look it online though. A lot of them don't look it.
Just
Elsie,
like
I thought was very, very tall
Mia
too.
Mia was the same way. When I first met Mia, she came up. She was like, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm Mia. I'm like, I'm like, "Oh my God, how you doing?" But
She's
yeah,
little.
it's
I met her several times, but the time that I sat and I talked to her, where were we? We were at Felix Sama's the breakdancing event thing. She was
yeah,
there, and Aki was there. There was a lot of people that performed there, and that's the first time I saw Peter. Doing the guitar and stuff on there. That's the first time I ever saw him do that show together. And she had that long ponytail, but she had giant, giant shoes. So when we went to the back and stuff, and they changed and they go to comfortable shoes, and we're leaving. I was like, whoa. She's so tiny now, and then he look at the shoes. That heel is like that big on the shoe. It's like a boot thing, the big giant shoe. I said, "Oh my God, she is little." What's your favorite song to perform?
my favorite song to perform. It's "You'll Never
And
Find
what?
Another Love." Huh? You'll
And,
never
and,
find
and
another
what?
love.
That's
Yeah,
my favorite to watch you perform. I'm sorry, I'm
that's my
supposed to like
baby.
your new one, but I love that song.
Yeah, that's my baby though. That's the one that that people were really, I mean, it was an underground song because it wasn't really played much on KTU. Materialistic Girl was played a lot on KTU. But You Never Find That Love was underground, but
I
the
wish you would
DJs,
have sent
and
that
I just
song
want to
to
say,
me.
yeah, and I just want to say to all the DJs that are out there listening or whatever, I want to thank you guys because if without you guys, we wouldn't be here. And
Facts.
the thing is that you guys are amazing of what you do, your craft. Um, Thank you. I mean, all these years, it's 30 plus years, and you still, some of you guys are still playing our stuff, and it's amazing. You keep this genre alive, and it's awesome. It's awesome, and it's crazy. It's just amazing, and that's what made You'll Never Find Another Love so special because it went underground, and DJs were playing it all over the place. And
I love
and
that.
I
You
thank you
didn't
guys for
send it
that.
to me. Don't forget to send it. You
Yes,
didn't send it because I wanted to download it. I was like, darn, I thought he would send it, but
I,
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 I don't. I don't pick what y'all send. I let you pick. I can't take it from YouTube because when I do my battle to tell them
yeah.
that the music, where'd you get it from? And it'll show that I took it from YouTube. Everyone always, I honestly don't like it. Artists listen when they say to me, "You get all my music on YouTube." Well, okay, I can't play any of it. I can't steal it, and I can't even really take. I have a way. My son taught me how to take stuff off of YouTube, and I don't know if
Somebody
they.
said, I'm sorry, somebody said hello. Hello, guys. I know somebody went on. I forgot what it was. I
Oh,
don't know.
Janet Jan
Jan.
wanted to say. Uh,
Hi, how you doing, Janet? Jan, yeah. How you
She said,
doing?
please tell him I said hi. I think it's Jeanette. I think this is my girl. I'm not sure, but I think so. She's a big help to me, a big support of my uh, my
Janet Jan.
ooh,
Thank you. How you doing,
of my
Janet?
platform. I'm
Janet
telling you,
Jan.
he messed me up. Um, I'm not going to ask you that question. Yeah, I am. I'm asking a different way. What advice can you give to people? You already touched it pretty much, but when can you give to people coming into music? I don't want to say freestyle. That's really,
I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying,
I
like,
could
whatever
answer that.
craft, it's whatever genre you like doing. I mean, that's most of us that, they touch other genres. I just said, if, learn the craft, learn, if this is what you like doing and this is what you want to do, I mean,
And
do
don't
it.
give up, right?
Don't give up. Do it. Practice. Do what you have to do, and like I said, it takes practice. It takes practice. Um, Music. Make sure that your music is tight. Um, that's another important stuff.
Good
Stuff that you
production,
got to.
right?
The production has to be tight. And that's basically, just learn the craft. Learn the craft
Do
and
you
come up with
agree
something.
that in music in general, I'm not going to cut on freestyle because I was watching one morning show recently and I'm thinking, how'd they get on that national TV singing that whatever in God's creation? I had to turn the volume down because, they bring them in to why they're talking about stuff around the world and everything. It was horrible. And I thought, ooh, who does it? But I think you'll agree with this that not in this genre, in many, the production people really need to say, hey, this song might not be for you, or these beats don't really line up with you. And I respectively, me not being an artist, I'm not saying it being rude, but even with my ears, I listen to it. Be humble enough to tell them, yo, this ain't
Yeah, I
good.
mean,
And
honesty
change
is
it.
the best. Let me tell you, honesty is the best thing to go by. If
You gotta
because you
have,
got
do you
most of.
believe you have to have thick skin?
Yeah, look, even now, me when I was in studio with Edwin, I told him, yo, what do you think? I wanted him to do something else. He goes, no, it stays like this. This is you. This is you, and that's because that's his perfect. He's got a good ear for music, and
It's
also for
amazing. The
vocals.
studio's beautiful. Did you go to it yet?
Yes, that's where I was at. That's why
Oh,
I
studio's
did,
beautiful.
yeah,
Studios.
and
I only
I
see it online.
respect him for that, and that's why it's you gotta you gotta listen to the music. It's not putting you down, but he's giving you constructive criticism, and that's what
Exactly.
you have to take. Sometimes people don't, they don't be like, oh man, how come he tells me that? You got to take it. I mean, even us that
They know
bring
they
out,
have an ear for that, and they're
yeah,
producing it and putting their name on it. It's kind of like signing the dotted line. They're part of that
yeah,
production. And I can honestly say that in several genres, not even just in freestyle.
Yes, yes,
Wow,
it's
you
everywhere.
glad
Anyone,
to
yeah,
sign the dotted line on that, dude. You really just grabbed the money and ran. I can't
yeah.
say that about you, Edwin. We have a lot of amazing, amazing. I can't
Artists.
imagine being an
Yeah, there's a
artist
lot of
doing
producers
it.
now that are doing their thing, and you listen to the music and they listen to the craft, and you're like, okay, okay, it's something different. I like it. And it's like just like Carlos Berrios. Carlos Berrios, he's another one. He comes up with some.
I
It's
believe
like
he's the one that produced the new Three to the Max song, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure. I'm not positive. I think so. Rachel got my back. I'm pretty sure she'll know.
okay.
What's your favorite part about being an artist and your least favorite part, and why?
My favorite. I mean, I don't know. It's just
You love every bit of it.
I love every bit of it. It's just it's just I love
Come
I
on,
love
don't
to
you like it
entertain.
when you go to a show
I
and you
love
see
to
them go out
entertain
there?
people.
Westbury had to be favorite, so I would say a favorite part could be wow. When I got a
Yeah.
show and I get ready for it and I go out there, that hype I get when I go out there. But
And I
what's your
still get
least?
nervous. Don't get me wrong. I still get nervous. I still get
Ask
little
my next
butterflies in my
question. I'm
stomach.
going to ask you: is there anything that you do prior to going on stage that's, I don't want to say a ritual, but something that you must do? Like a lot of the art, and I didn't know this until I started being
I do
backstage
a little
more.
prayer. I do a little prayer before I go on stage.
Do you
And
like to be left alone and you got to like really get into what you're about to do? You have to get
get
in the
into
mindset.
character. Yes, get into character. You got to get into character. That's basically it. Even though
I
you
seen
know, I'm
one of
the,
them recently at a show. I hope they don't see it.
but I'm the type of
Looked like
person
they
that I
was getting
like.
ready for boxing. It looked like they were getting ready for boxing. They were shaking their legs and swinging it back and forth on their arms and going up on their tiptoes. And I was like, well, that's strange.
Well,
That's an artist going out. But
yeah,
he said that it gets his blood flow and gets him, hype before he goes out. I was like, okay, I've never seen that before. I've seen prayers. I've never
just
seen
like this
anybody
recent
really do
show, I had
voice.
it. I had an amazing time. This show that that I just recently did for Lucho in the City. Amadeus. It was nice. It was very nice. I've seen a lot of my old friends, which I haven't seen in years, and which I was
Cool.
glad to see. And it was awesome. It was awesome to see
How
them.
do you handle travel, and what's the longest time you've been out? How do you handle being away from? I'm going even way back. What's the longest you've been out? How do you handle it being away from your wife, your child, your girlfriend back then? How do you handle it? Just get and go. She goes with you though. Most. Oh, she don't go with you.
Just out
Why?
here, it's local, locals, the local,
Ah, I can't say
yeah.
that I would, but I know that a lot of the artists
Before
came
she
on
used
and
to
they said,
travel, yeah, back in the days, yeah.
you see, reverse. Most of them say, they travel with me now, but they couldn't travel back then because their mother, they had kids, so they were on the road and they went everywhere. And uh, he said, it was hard. It was really hard being away from her. But the reality of it is, I wish we had this that we have now, FaceTime, and you can talk to people because we didn't have that. So you call and call and call and call, and on the beeper, you have a beeper. He was really going back far, and he said it wasn't as easy. So now I think she go. I don't care if you're gone a month. I got you. We'll go on FaceTime. We'll talk. We'll go good night. And another artist said, and I was cracking up. I said, "Oh my God!" They said something happened, and they were crisscrossing when they were coming in, and they both are involved in the music industry in different identities. So they just stayed connected. Stay connected and everything, catching up on where they're going and where they were coming from. And she fell asleep. They fell asleep, and the phone was plugged in charging, and they both woke up and they were still connected from sleeping. I said, "That's so cute. That's such a cute story. It was adorable."
Hmm.
Um, what instruments do you play besides the bongo? Any? And do
I
you
play
still
all
play the
instruments.
bongo?
Yeah, I play all land percussion instruments. I play, even drums.
I love
I
playing
play,
the drums. Lucy
I
played
play
the drum.
congas. I play congas, timbales, bongo. I do all that. That's. I grew up on all that. I grew up around musicians, the Latin musicians, which is also as a
Of
kid.
course. Is there any of your how do I say it? Part of you being, trying to think how to word it. Part of you being an artist, is there something you need to work on? You really don't think you're that great. It's a weakness of yours that to this day you still might be working on, and it could be stage fright. You're always going to be. It never went away, and you deal with it every day. Or it could be no. something recent, could be medically related.
It's just I got to work. It's a work in progress. I'm still going. I go up on stage and like I said, still just that. Just
I
trying to
can go
get the
on the
people.
stage dressed as Lucy, but I don't do very well dressed as myself. It's the craziest thing. And I thought I'd go on stage all the time. I've always got the microphone. I'm always emceeing. Somebody asked me to MC a special event, and it was in her wedding too. And I was supposed to MC it after, and I was the maid of honor, and the door opened, and the guy closed it back, thank God. And I ran to the side, and I go, I can't do it. It was the biggest wedding I've ever been in my life. She had like, I think 1,500 or 2,000 people. But we didn't see it because we got there early and we were in like an apartment thing in this very, very wealthy clubhouse slash thing. And when it opened, I froze. And it was an Italian wedding and it closed back. And I went to the side and she goes, are you okay? I go, I feel like I'm going to pass out, for Christ's sake. Oh my God. I've never seen so many people. And she
That
unzipped my
happened.
dress, put it on, and she went out and did it.
That was like my first
I said,
show.
I can't go on stage. So I told her, I'm going to go home. And she wanted me to come back as Lucy for the reception anyway. Are you going to Jill's wedding? You going to Jill and Israel's wedding?
I don't know.
If you don't know, then I'm almost positive that I saw it. I might have let the cat out of the bag. I'm like, oops. And I have to do her reception. I'm gonna be Lucy
Oh,
on the reception. I told her when I'm Lucy, I'm totally different. I guess from all the years of being at that environment, I talk to strangers, take pictures and all that stuff. But it was amazing that when I first started, I never was shy, but I couldn't go on, and I said, I don't think I can do it. I don't know. What do you think makes you,
I can't.
um,
You sound robotic. Now you sound robotic again.
do I sound robotic now?
Yes.
Do I sound robotic to y'all? Eric, you're late. I just added him to my team, DJ Diamond, and he's late. Pow pow for you. Yeah, I put you on.
Maybe it's the plate in my head. I don't know.
I did Nelson Rigo's interview a couple weeks ago, and I said, Nelson, we did the pre-interview and we did sound check. It was great. He was already in Puerto Rico.
I
Now
mean,
he's in his room. I don't know if he was in a different area or what the deal was. Does
there you
she
go.
have her phone on?
There it goes. You're back on.
Okay. And the whole time you spin every once in a while, but it only stays for a second and it readjusts.
Okay.
But I told Nelson, stay corner. It was a very difficult interview because we couldn't hear him. And then when you
Mm.
did hear him, you couldn't hear everything. And I was like, ugh. And he goes, no, we're not canceling. I'm doing it live from Puerto Rico. I said, okay, we're going live, but stay in the corner. And he'd get excited or talk about something. He'd get out just a little bit. And he was robotic. I couldn't understand what he was saying. It was absolutely, but it was bad. It was like really bad.
Mm.
Eric, you coming in? He goes, sorry. And he's going, share, share, share. Now he's going to show off and be the main event.
Mm.
What do you think makes you a great musician? Do you think it's the way you perform, the way that your personality is, the songs you put out?
I mean, it's just it comes in a package. I mean, you have to be, you gotta have like either the full package or you don't have it. But I'm just blessed with what I have. That's God's given. He's given me the talent to do what I do, and I try to utilize as much as I can. My art, do art. I
Can you sing
I had a good
R&B?
childhood. I had a good
Can you
childhood. I
sing
can't
R&B
complain.
like Lou Rawls? Can you sing that? You'll never find. If you sing anything like that kind of music,
Yeah, I can. It's funny that you say that because I was gonna use that as an opener to one of my shows, and
I love that
but I
song.
never did.
Love that song. I went on TikTok and Julio Mena was on there, and he was just singing. He sing a cappella and stuff. His voice, holy banana head. And he sings some romantic thingamajigger, and TikTok's filled with they're strangers. There's no other way to put it. Watching these girls and the chat and talking, I said, I'm dead. And I said, oh my golly, I can't believe how awesome his voice. He sang some romantic song. I can't even remember which one, but it was absolutely amazing. And that voice stuck. I never realized that he really
Well,
had that.
he's kind of a little versatile when it comes to vocals. I mean, he can, to me, has that R&B feel.
Big
or
time.
he can manipulate. You know, he can work with it. And
He
I, you
definitely
know, I've known
can.
Mena for a
I
little
don't know
bit,
if it's
so
the deep voice or how he projects it. Um, do you ever have, well, you said that you do performance anxiety and you said that you pray. That's where we're at.
my first show that I had that I was kind of like I had the microphone and I was shaking. It was La Mirage, my first show, because
I am
everybody
familiar with Rush.
everybody was like up and close because remember there was no stage, so it was like
Exactly. You're at floor level.
so that was my first experience that I had. That I was like,
Were you scared? See, he froze for a second. You froze just for a second. And then it
yeah,
goes,
it was kind of I had that feeling in my like this is I hope this works out. Let's do this and get
you
it
ever
over
get
with. But
sick? You ever get sour stomach? One of the artists got on here and they said that they always upchuck before they sing. Oh, that's
they
really
what?
bad. They always get sick. The whole way going there, they're all with
Oh
their
man,
nerves. And it's somebody's been singing for a while, and I was like, "Oh my golly, I've never heard that before." And they said I throw up a lot right before I go on. I
not
was like,
me.
"Ew, I'm never going to a show with you backstage. If you're on the lineup, I'm not going." I said, "Oh, that's one thing I can't handle." In nursing, that's why I gave it up because as time went on, I was good. Blood, gut score, head off, car accident, arm disconnect. All that didn't bother me. Still doesn't. Lord, don't and poop and all that. None of that bothered me. But the moment the upchuck and the suction, they come in, they go respiratory. I'm gone. Wait till I get out. Don't even set it up yet. Ugh, I can't stand it. And I knew at that point, okay, I'm not a good nurse. If my patient is gonna throw up, I can't take care of him. My nurse, and I remember trading with somebody that the person needed. They were impacted. They were hospitalized for it. They had not had a bowel movement in a long time. Will, all my shift, people coming for visitation. Oh my God, we'll visit you another day. I was in that room the whole time. It didn't, I mean, I'm not going to tell you I loved it. It wasn't peaches and roses, but the patient I traded with my friend, we're still very good friends today. She goes, I'll never forget. Yeah, you wouldn't forget that day. The patient never threw up. And I had to deal playing with patty cake with she had an impaction really bad. And to this day, she teases me and I tell her that's not funny. I don't think I'd ever be able to do it. Have you ever made a mistake when you're singing or your music skipped or anything when you've been on the stage, and how did you climb out of it?
I did what? Yeah,
System messed up. It's happened,
yes, yes, big time,
and you just keep
big
on
time.
going. Somebody was singing on the stage, and all the electricity went out, and they kept
Huh?
going.
There was one incident in Roseland that I remember that too. At my show tape, it just popped off, and I kept singing. I kept singing, which the crowd was like, "Oh, it was crazy."
Did it come back
Frank,
on and catch you where you
no,
were?
no. I had
Oh, you had to finish
Frankie
it on
Cutlass had to
your own.
go up. He had to we had tape. He had to tape it back on and put it back on the reel to catch up. Yeah, and that was one of my other experiences. Yeah,
What?
I had another one that it was just crazy that I don't even want to say here because it was crazy. It was just
Oh, I want to know. Now I want to know. You already cat's out of the bag.
no,
Y'all stand up hard. Some you want to
nah.
know.
That's I'll keep that one. I'll keep that one. I'll tell you that.
Okay, you can tell me in private, and I'm not telling y'all, so don't inbox me. I'm not telling you. Were you ever on a stage or anything, and something happened on the stage? Somebody recently said they were on a stage, and the stage gave out. They felt a
Mm.
soft spot as they were going around, and when they got to it, it gave out where they actually went down into it. We've had that happen in Florida a lot.
That was
Coyote one year had that.
that happened to me in Queens, but it was I want to go to step right where the mic was at, the mic stand. So I went to hit the mic stand because it was falling. The mic came whoop, hit me. I was like, oh man. I was I said, man, but it was
That
embarrassing.
would have been hard. Thank God. Did
Yeah.
you get a bloody nose?
No, it hit me in my mouth.
Oh,
'Cause I
thank
went,
God. They knocked you in the nose and you got a bloody
I
nose.
stepped
That
on the
would have
mic stand. Yeah, it was tipping over. So I went, I stepped on it say one tip over and it just
I
was
did
like,
that
oh
with a rake. This guy, for whatever reason, about 5 years ago, a rake that has all the pokes on it. You have to picture that. He has something on the other side that he did something with trees, and he had it up on this like a cylinder block. I didn't see it that it was up like that. I just thought it was. I thought I was fine, and it came down like that. When I stepped on it, the rake came up, and when the rake came up, it nailed me here and in my eye. I had to be tomahawked to Miami.
wow.
And it isn't my bad eye. It was the other eye. And the guy comes in and goes, "We're just going to remove the eye." I said, "Oh, no, you're not. You're going to send me to a specialist somewhere." And they said, "We'll trauma you." And they did. But the doctor that's there actually is a doctor from down here, knew me because my grandfather was an eye surgeon. And he goes, "Nah, she'll be okay." And they patched me and stuff and packed me. And I kept going back. He goes, "Can you see?" I go, "No." Put it back on. And 3 more days later, and I had to get drops, keep patching it while I was home. I couldn't see. So the second time I went, it'd be like 6 days after. And he said, "It's not looking good." And I said, "No, I can't see, but I see a shadow. I could see light." He said, "I'll give you through the weekend." So he patched me back up and I'm, "Oh God, please, please." And when I came in on Monday, I go, "Yeah." He goes, I don't believe you." And he covered it, he's holding it tight. And he goes to me, "Read the letters." I said, "I can read almost to the bottom, to the 20, whatever." I said, "Trust me, I could see." "How?" I said, "I don't know." And he goes, "To me, it doesn't look like you can see." And I continued drops, but I wanted so much to go back to the ER doctor and go, "And you were so quick, you wanted to take my eye." I fought my eye back then. I'm definitely going to fight it now. And
They're quick. They're
trying to
quick.
tell him, he goes, "How did you get a rake in your eye anyway?" I said, "I have to tell you that the old man next to me has always got this creative process. You go hunting. Have you ever been hunting?
No.
You know those thin foam boards when you get them at Home Depot or whatever?
Mm.
They're really thin, and it's a
Yeah.
big piece of foam and has silver on one side. So he
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them, and Home Depot delivers them and stuff. And I'm watching him here where I live now. This is recently, and I'm watching him cut it and this and that and the other. And I'm like, "What the heck is he going to build with that?" And he said, "I'm going hunting." And he said, "This is what we're going to stay in." I thought it was a joke. He has these long, skinny like that, this long things, and he built something that he designed that he reminded me of this other guy. And they had all these things, and you slide them. And he had a trailer come like a U-Haul, and he slid all the things, and they had the wood slat things on it. He went camping, and when he came back, he showed me the pictures. I said, "Aren't you cold? It's like, negative whatever." And he said, "No, we're warm in there." He built like a door, all out of foam. So needless to say, here's my son. I want to build one. I want to make one outside like that. What were you going to
Hey, let
say?
me tell you, they can build anything now out of anything. So
Well, it's insulated board. But the part that was ironic is it was flimsy. But he said once you put it in the thing, and it wasn't small. He actually made like, I don't want to say bedrooms, but for a better name of term, he put dividers where they actually had their own personal space. 6 men. Tell you how big it was? And he lined it all up like that. I said, "Yo, you should put this on the internet." "Nah, do it for fun."
Tank,
And he was
Shark
always
Tank,
so creative. You see me,
Shark
I love
Tank.
to build, huh?
You should go on Shark Tank.
He could make a lot of money because think about it. You're taking your apartment with you, and all you had was one of those. I think it was a longer trailer. I want to say it was like the 30-foot long enclosed trailer, and he was sliding them all in. And he had them numbered. I remembered he had a number, and he'd slide them out and put them together, and he knew how they went. And then all those boards, he had all taped. He had them. If you ask him for a tool, I said, "Armani, don't go in his toolbox." He had a shed outside. Everything had what it was, number, and it had to go back. He was a real studious
Organization
guy.
is,
He moved
let me
away.
tell
I
you,
miss.
organization is great.
He was awesome. We were building a deck, and I knew what I was doing. I did a good job. And he'd stand, he'd watch us. He'd watch us. And I thought,
He's
"Oh my God, he's
supervisor.
probably judging me." And all of a sudden he
Supervisor.
came over. He goes, "I was waiting till I could help." And I said, "I did bad?" He goes, "No, actually you didn't. I was watching you, but now you need help." He said, "You're doing this the hard way." And he was showing me how to use the miter saw. I'm doing everything by hand, and it's a lot harder to do it without having a chop saw. And I was scared of it. He goes, "Don't be scared." He brings this thing out. Shoom. I said, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." Those big giant, those big square thing. What are they? 4x4x4? They're really a big
Mhm.
chunk of wood. "You're going
Yes.
to be fine." I go, "Oh, I'm scared." So he puts
What's
his
that
hand on
for?
me. He's
Yeah.
80 years old. And he goes down. I was like, I've never done this part before. And we did. We built it. Meanwhile, imagine I
Awesome.
had to keep rolling it over, cut half, roll it over, cut half. He said,
That's
I let you
awesome.
do one because I wanted you to really see that you had to get it done. But you got 18 poles that you're trying to cut here, and there ain't no way you were going to make it with 18 without ruining that
Wow.
blade. So now ask me. Sure, sure, sure. I like to build. I always have. I want to build a deck in the back now. My son doesn't really like it anymore.
Yeah.
Now we're going to
I
go
kind
into
of,
the.
I kind of handy as myself. I like to do, I like to do mechanic work and all that. I work on my car. I do put my
I need
brakes.
mechanic
Let
work. On the last show, I was talking to somebody and they told me something to try. It didn't fix my car,
me tell
but
you, YouTube is like that's
this
the
one I
best.
can't get. I cannot get those. The last one I came to find out, I don't know if the artist is going to watch this, my last artist that I interviewed, but it was Romero. And Romero told me, oh, I bet it's a this and a that. Yeah, it wasn't a this. It was a starter. When two mechanics told me it absolutely was not the starter. And it's the battery. I think it's the alternator. I mean, I said, oh my golly, you're all four mechanics and none of you are that. So I YouTubed it. And this guy explained it like so perfectly. And I said, go under it and hit it. We had already tried it, but it didn't work. My son goes underneath it. This is just Monday of this past week. He's banging on it and he goes, I feel, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think his phone might have died. He'll be back, guys. Y'all can chill. I want to see if I missed anybody that came in. I thought it was Romero. Remember when he told me how to fix my car? He's definitely Bob the Builder. Ah, she's on there. Let him go on your phone if he has to, baby girl. She said that he's Bob the Builder. I could see him doing that. Do it yourself. Or you know what, Karen? It saves a lot of money when you do that. When you build stuff for yourself, you save a lot of money. Or if you go on YouTube, that y'all knew that the truck was fixed. It ended up being a starter, and I couldn't pay a mechanic to do it. So guess what? Armani did it with the neighbor, and the truck works and it's fine. But I am stuck on the air conditioner part. I want to ask him. I hope that it's not the compressor, because the YouTube video to how to get the compressor out, holy banana head. I mean, oh my Jesus, it's going to be a really tough job. Our guest is back.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. Yeah, I got to tell you the good thing about this too. If you lose me and I'm the one that put you here, did you know that one time we had a storm? This is like my second, third show. And I'm going, oh my God. Oh, I'm trying to go around. I go back and I was like, oh,
But it
I'm
just
gonna
threw
lose
me
the
off.
moment. I was like, oh, hi. I push the button. I go, oh my God, he's still there. Hi, I'm here. I didn't even know how. I was like, how in the heck did he stay? My electronic turned off, so I didn't know how he stayed connected. But you came in through your own connection, and I actually go into it and keeps you connected. I said, this is the one I want to go in. This is cool. Can you imagine being in the middle of something that does that? I want to
Awesome,
talk
awesome.
about the other song that I have, how you came about it, the name of it,
Which one is that?
and who produced it.
Which one? One chance?
No. We already did one chance. For some reason, I'm not sure why it says it. It says Wil N More song. That's how it was sent to me. But I don't know what song. I'll let it play for a little tittle, and then I'm going to stop.
Okay.
I'll see if you recognize it. This one's not titled. I just noticed that. I assumed when I hit it, it was still the title, but it didn't. It has a long intro.
Yeah, it's like I think it's You Never Find Another Love.
Okay, there you go. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What song is it?
I can't hear it.
No, I turned it off. I think I know.
Oh, You Never Find Another Love.
I was just getting ready to tell you. You didn't send that to me. My friend sent it to me. But I wanted to surprise you. I'm also going to surprise you with a couple things that are going to trip you out before I even play them. I always do the pictures and stuff, and they look forward to it. So I'm going to show some pictures of you. I got quite a few. Some of them are...
No baby pictures, though.
Nah. I know what artist to put in that frame of mind. This one's called Down and Out. That one's called Down and Out Tough Guy. I thought it was pretty funny. I said, some of them they nail you pretty good. This one's debonair.
Okay.
Where did that come from? No, they did you. They did it up.
I'm sorry to say that looks like an older version of you.
Yes.
It does. Working
Wow.
at the fire department.
You look like my dad.
It doesn't look like you're. I'm telling you, it's so cool how it picks up this one. You're an airline pilot. Why, of course. I like
Wow.
this one. I think it's an awesome picture.
How's that?
It's like you. Hey, there's some that were like dead you. Look at that
Okay.
one. That
I
one's
look like, I look like Suave there now.
best dressed in freestyle. I said it. He dresses so good. Tenacia's right behind him too. I like that one too. That one's just chilling and it says living life to the fullest. That's what they called that one. This one is care
Oh.
to join me. Look at the size of that lobster.
And it's funny because I shaved my head one time, shaved it all off, and I performed like that. And I took a picture with Tim Schumer. And we
Oh
like this.
my golly, funny. Oh, funny.
Yeah.
I like this one too.
Wow.
This one's living my best life.
Yes.
This one is supposed to be care to join me for the pink event. It's probably like a cancer event. Same
Wow.
thing. I like the ones of you in the suit. I thought they were
That's a
really
good
cool.
one.
I place and get that. Oh, yes. Yummy.
Okay.
My neighbor right before, I'm going to make you laugh when we finish because we saw all these lobsters. My neighbor sent something to me. I like all the pink ones.
Wow.
That look like your dad? This looks like an older version of you. Such a prestigious. It picked up. That one is the one I told you. It picked up your face as far as your facial. I was like, oh my golly.
Yeah. And my hair, right?
Yeah. Now you have more hair than this dude's got. We already saw that one. I love this one. This one's gambling. It says gambling and I just won. Look at all that money in front of him. He's at the casino.
Awesome.
This one's hysterical. I wanted to title it Last Night Was Tough Freestyle. He said, man, the music last night really got to me. That's what it's titled. Too bad I couldn't write it freestyle. What? I didn't like his hair on this one. I love this one. This looks like an older version of you. It's a different picture, but it's similar to the other one. Same thing,
Yes.
similar. Same
Yes.
one. What's this one? Why did you just repeat yourself? They repeated themselves. Yeah, they repeated themselves. I was so busy trying to put them in, it repeated. Some of the artists I put, shirtless, Tarzan. Who did I just have? Romero. He has no shirt on. He goes, oh, might be my next album cover. I've done quite a few, and I made really beefed up. They're bodybuilders and stuff. It didn't pick that for you. You put it in, and then I let it pick what it does, and I said, dang. So I had to like keep backing you up, and I was like, why y'all got him so old? And I had to pick as light skin ones as I could. Now we're going to go back to the song. And while the song is playing, we're going to choose if you want to pick something. You can. I can mute you so they can't hear you. Maybe ask Evie if she wants to come up with something you said during the interview. This is the part that's a contest. Something that you said during the interview. Don't say it now. And you're going to send it to me on Messenger, or she will. That you hope that they heard you say. And I don't want to give you any ideas or inputs. I'll tell you one that I don't want, like where you're from, or it can be something like music, or it can be something that you think of that you really wish they would have heard you, and send it to me in Messenger. And if it's a fail and they don't guess it, it's okay, because then we're going to do a number. But I like to do that on purpose because I can honestly say that I might not have like a huge, because it's a private group. I don't let anyone in. I got to be honest. But at the same time, the people that come are regulars and they really enjoy it. They go into my inbox and they're like, oh my God, that was an awesome interview. I never knew that about him. I didn't know certain things that. And I tell them, you're learning and so am I. The way I ask the questions, you're able to say things. That's why I like to call it up close and personal. And I had an artist that is kind of like got a clown personality that's coming up. And he was like, up close and personal, how personal are you going to get? I said, that person. I'm not asking anything like that. And he goes, yeah, you sounded like Lucille Ball. And I told him, I don't ask anything personal about your private life or anything like that, because we talked about the internet, but that was one of the things I always tell people. I don't like the internet for you. Somebody even wrote this recently on a comment as recent as yesterday, that and I know your wife's going to agree with this. The sense of entitlement to hit the messenger and I'm not talking for a professional question, interview, performance, or I'm not talking that. To hit your messenger like, hey, what's up? And I hear it from so many artists that say that. And when I bring it up, artists go, yeah, it happens. It's horrible. They get in and they talk, and I'm not talking about bots. I'm talking about you might have been at a show somewhere, and it really divides the performance that you just gave to somebody that physically maybe was at the show. This happened to somebody, and it was bad. And they put them in a light, and I always say to everybody, don't. Because a lot of the artists will go in, they like something, or they'll hit a hard or great interview, and you'll respond, and it gives them or send you a friend request and stuff. And some people are very private, Will. And I'm going to tell y'all open. Will is not somebody, as many others that I told you, you are not like, they might not be talking to you. And I say that with a smile on my face because it makes me laugh. I can name so many, which I would not. They think they talking to the artist, and they're either talking to the manager or talking to the wife or talking to the girlfriend. So you just keep chatting because you're not chatting. And I just try to tell the fans, stay in your lane. It's okay for you to go on their wall and post, and you respond there. You're responding, group, but don't go into their messenger. And I know that sounds like kind of corny, but it's necessary. Especially this past week, I've heard a couple really bad stories, even from one of the people coming up on an interview. I was like, what? And it's not something we're going to talk about on the interview, but we do. He says, you say that people to behave. And I go, oh my God, I've never had anybody be disrespectful, and I've never had anybody, to me in my box, yes, but disrespectful on the live or come back and say anything. I've never had it. Never, not even, doesn't matter who it is from one extreme to the other, but I have had complaints that artists said, I felt safe on your platform, Lucy. I felt very safe. I felt very, guarded, if you will. And I want to keep it like that. And I just tell everybody, I apologize that everybody on your page can't see it until you share it and they couldn't interact. But I do that for a reason, because your friends, my friends, maybe in a different language, maybe they're Spanish. It's just better to put it out there because I want them to see a good version of you, laughing, talking, your favorite place, what happened to you, the microphone hitting you in the nose, like that. Those are really cute things that we didn't know about you. Think of something and have her send it. I didn't get it yet. You want me to take you down for a minute so you can ask her what you want to do?
Yeah.
You're either going to think of a question, or I can mute you. I'll mute you. That way you can just, stick your head over. I'm going to mute you.
What does she want to do?
No, you're going to talk to your wife, not me. I'm going to mute you back and have her send it to me, the question and the answer. You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm going to mute you now so that you can talk to her of what you want the question to be and the answer for the contest. Right. Something that was in the interview that you hope that they heard. See if somebody can guess it and they'll be the winner. I'm muting you. Don't try. Oh, they got it. They got it. They got it. You got it, right? You got it? You're off mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, have her send it to me. Did she send it to me?
Not yet. I'm sending it.
Did she send it?
Just tell her you don't want them to hear.
I don't want them to hear, but I'm going to send it to you.
No, you send it on Messenger. The question and the answer.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, my phone just died. You weren't plugged in all this time, you bad girl. Make some pay attention. Okay. I'll ask the question. Evie's writing.
Yeah.
You have the greatest assistant. There's so many artists that have their mate, their girlfriend or their boyfriend. It's so awesome. That's like to me the perfect team. I can name a whole bunch of artists out there and that it's like that. How awesome is that? Because they know you, they know your personality, they know that what you might choose. They can help you. She's just such the greatest assistant. Perfection. I got it. I don't. It's kind of an easy question though. All right, I'm going to ask this question with a two-part. You ready? This is the question, y'all. And the first person that answers it correctly is the winner. So y'all better get your fingers ready. They get so upset that they don't win, but it's the fastest shooter on the keyboard wins. Everybody ready? No numbers. Let me ask it the exact same way you did. That one's easy too, Evie. Next one. Those two are too easy. Y'all want to do a trial and I'll show them how easy these were? Because they commented on it. Who his favorite artist was. Because y'all commented on it. I know you're going to get it. Karen, you're not playing? Oh, there's an announcement, y'all. If you've won, this has nothing to do with you. In the last 30 days, you cannot play and win something because I need to leave even though if you win, and if you put the correct answer, you might be helping somebody else to win, but respectively, I don't want to keep having the same little circle of people that win. They're quick, they know, or they always are on all the time. I want to give other people an option to be able to win, so I only want to do it once a month. They're both too easy. I think it's easy. You want to pick a number, Evie?
Oh, yeah.
Pick a number between. Okay. Pick a number between. Okay, I got it. We're going to do a number between 70 and 90. Oh, never mind. She already picked a number, guys. Scratch that. She picked a number. She picked a number, guys. The number is going to be between 1 and 30. I made it hard. 1 and 30. And then while they're doing their numbers, I'm going to play my favorite song for you. You need a break? You want to get a drink or anything? You can, or we'll go through it. What do you want me to do? You good?
Play it.
My favorite song. I'll go back and look at the numbers. If you see the number, don't smile. You'll be cheating. Or maybe you don't know what it is, but I know. Oh, I have a little video clip too. I don't think it's going to come out good, but you can tell us where it was. Sound is horrible. Where is that? Look, I'll show you. It took a big video and shrunk it to a midget. I don't want to show that. I'm not going to show that. But
that was in Brooklyn.
Oh, you remembered where it was. It's amazing how y'all can remember where you were and where it was. Okay, y'all, this is my favorite song and my favorite song to see him perform. I'm guilty.
I'll be back.
Go in the bathroom? You go in the bathroom. I'm gonna let you go.
You never had a chance to really tell me that you love me. Show me tender love and care, and still you went and left me. My mind is so confused. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to build this cause I'm so in love with you, girl. You never find a love like mine. You look and you look, you never find love. A love like mine is hard to find. Look and you look, you never find love. You never find love like mine. Look and you look, you never find love.
I love that. I love that song. And they don't know what it feels like for you to sing it. I went to one show and saw you sing it, and I can't remember where I was. I was trying to think of it so I could tell you. I want to say it was in Florida, but I don't remember. But I remember I didn't want to go backstage. It was like right at the ending of COVID. You played somewhere in Florida, and I can't remember where. And I left because it was so crowded. The parking was horrible. We had to walk so far. My feet hurt. I had 1,000. But I got to see you sing that song only that time. It was that long ago, though. It was a while ago. So I need to see
Florida,
you.
though? Was it in
Yeah, it was in
Florida?
Florida. Yes. I
Could
can't
it be the-
remember if it was up by Miami.
the
I don't know
Palladium?
why. I think it was in Daytona or Orlando.
Was
I
it
could be wrong.
Palladium? The Palladium?
Where's that?
In Orlando. Palladium.
I think it was in Orlando. That's what's coming to my mind. Was it
The
crowded
Palladium?
and the parking was horrific?
I know it was just crazy there. It was just
Horrible. I said, oh my God, I don't like to be in crowds and get stuck. So I wanted to leave early. And I was having a hard time getting my connect. I actually was in the crowd. I'm not always in the crowd. And I actually, the last couple of times I've asked to be out there. You can't go in and out. You know how they do. And I said, I miss so much, but I want to see both, but I miss so much. And shows in the last 6 months, I've been in the front. Like, I swear, George Lamont was singing it to me. And he was right there, like singing to me. I was like, Jesus, I can almost touch him. And it was a different experience. I'd seen him a few times before, but it was different for me. Let's see if anybody got the number. Between 1 and 30. One of my mods send me, I think I've only seen 3 numbers. No more numbers. It's over. Oh, she's playing in her head. Rachel, you're too funny. Will you come to my 80s birthday tomorrow? Where is that, Jeanette? Do you live in Florida? He does. You live in Florida, right, Will? Yeah, I don't, she lives here. She's going to an 80s party. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm not getting any numbers, guys, but what numbers do I have? Somebody tell me. I'm seeing 17, 24, 26. Wow, 21, 24, 26, 21, and 17. Anybody have any more numbers more than those numbers that I got? His wife's talking to you, Jeanette. This is his wife, everyone. Hi, cutie pie. She's asking where the party is at. We got 17, 24, 26, and 21. Thank you, Karen, my moderator. By the way, my team is awesome, and I think you will both agree that they share. You send it to us, it's going on there. And she's good. Your wife is good for sending stuff out to us and getting it on there. But my team is so strong of being social media promoters. You know everyone. Karen Waller, You know Cheryl Costella. You know Rachel Nena. I mean, they've been doing it probably the longest. And then I've recruited. I recruited Ralphie Cortez.
Awesome.
He's somebody that was coming on all the lives. I go, this guy's fire. Let's play. He's on here now. Let's go. Let's get this together and share. And I said, I gotta have you on my team. And he was like, I just love freestyle. And he's in California. He lives in Hollywood. So I added
Okay.
him to my team. And recently I added Teresa Sprague, which is a big TikTok person, but
Okay.
I dragged her back over to freestyle. She used to be with Jesse B and Bad Boy Richie. So she and I said,
Okay.
come on, come back over here to freestyle and help us. She was on a team a long time ago with me when I was with another group as well. What were we with? Freestyle Diaries. That's even before I did Big Daddy Kane that I put you. Sorry, Willie, but I had to run from that. I say that he's a nice guy, but it was just not. I knew what I wanted. I wanted it more prestigious. I get dressed. I wanted it to really be able to put a representation to the DJ. I mean, to the artist. They're asking me to do DJ. Somebody just sent me that question and I read it.
Mhm.
I know you aren't, but you know what? She's not anybody's mod, but Jeanette, you're a really, really big share. And Lisa Greengrass and Mark Birch are on everybody's live. They go and
Mhm.
watch everything and they support really good supporters to me. I love them too. I don't think that Lisa's ever missed a live, and Mark can't be too far behind her. I haven't seen Mark on tonight, so I'm not going to say you're on every. Okay, the number is, I'll show you in the phone. See, I don't think I cheat. Whoever is number 26. Who's 26? 24, 17, 21. It's 26 is the winner because the number is 28. And these were the questions so y'all know who his favorite artist is. And I'm going to ask you this question. You don't get to win, but I just want to know what other talent does he have, but he hardly uses it? Let's see if they know. I thought it was pretty easy, but I could be wrong. But they were talking to me about Phil Collins. So I knew somebody was going to get it. I love his voice. Oh my God. I said, no, that one's too easy. Let me see, guys. Nobody knows what other talent he had? Nope. That's not the answer. Jeanette said congas. That's not the one he doesn't use. Nope. They put drums. Oh, somebody got it. I knew she would. She always gets it. She takes.
Karen.
Karen Waller is also one of my moderators. I'm telling you, I have a strong team. I'm so blessed. Karen, I knew
Awesome.
you take notes. He is. And I want to talk to you about that on the back door because I did not know you draw. You'd be interested in drawing. You said now. I would love to have a drawing done. And I want to see your work. Is it anywhere? Is it on YouTube? Anything?
I'll put it up. I'll post it up on one of my.
And I'll share it in the group and on my page. Where can people find you? I know that you're on Facebook and you're on
Instagram
Instagram. Are you also
and
on
TikTok.
TikTok? Or you have
Yes.
YouTube as well?
Yes.
You tell them.
TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
And is it also Wil N More?
Yes.
Okay. All of them don't have anything extra in it. And am I correct
No.
in saying that the N is connected to the more to be able to find you?
Yes.
Okay.
This one that has an underscore on my Instagram, it has an underscore on it.
I remember seeing something somewhere. And also, do you have a website where they can go to?
Like what?
Like willandmore.com or something like that? Or do they
It's
go
just
to
for
your
me for
page?
my.
Or
It's just yeah. I'll put up my page for for my merch. I have merch.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And I don't, because of obvious reasons, there's too many artists. I don't share it on my
That's
Freestyle
fine.
is Alive. They know that, but I do share it. Yeah, because you have your own group. But
Yeah.
but I do share it on my personal. I do that for any artist that sends it to me. I'm not going to tell you no. I
Okay.
mean, let's face it, they're not going to go
Yeah.
to Freestyles Alive to buy merchandise from you or anybody else. I love that cup. I think it's amazing. That's why I said I think it says well, I wasn't sure.
Give it a
And
look.
they can download your music from all platforms.
It says look,
That's an awesome cup, y'all. Somebody get a picture. That's cute.
music is life and more.
I like it. I think it's awesome. Did you design that by chance?
Yes, I did.
You drew it, right?
I was a graffiti writer as well, so I designed this.
My son asked me a question, and I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna be able to answer him because I didn't know the answer, and this was recent. How do they get on the outside wall and do all that graffiti? How do they get out there? It'll be way up on the 18th floor and they're doing graffiti.
It depends where you go. Sometimes there was like if it's a tenement house, if it was a tenement, we sneak up in there, make sure that there's no cops around. We used to look at each other. It was always a lookout.
But I mean, how do you get up the wall? You climb up the wall?
There's people that used to climb up the wall. There's people who used to
Do
climb
they
up
have
the
a
wall.
string holding them with your buddy at the top? I mean,
Let me tell you, they were just kind of like dangerous though, the way they used to do it.
we were in Miami in this building, I promise you. I'm going to say without maybe 15 floors. And it had a very ugly out. It's still there. We just saw this recently and it's smooth. It looks like cement. And as we turned the corner, it was just filled with graffiti, but it wasn't all the way to the top or the bottom. It was dead in the middle. There's no windows or anything. And he asked me, Mama, how'd they get up there to do that? I said, I don't know. He goes, is it illegal? I go, yeah, you can go to jail for that. But I don't know how you get up there. And it was a lot, like scenery.
To get their name out there, they do anything possible. Everything is possible. Just like Scene, the guy that tagged Scene, there was two guys that I went to school with one of them. But Scene, he's the one that did my the first photo that I took for N More, which is with the dancer guy with the guitar, me and Frankie. The background, he did N More. He did the backdrop. That was Scene, one of the biggest graffiti artists out there. He's the one that did this. He wrote his name on the Hollywood sign. If you go on books, you can see, it's crazy.
You know what I'd like? Just give me an idea. Freestyle's live on the red carpet, and then my name in the front and graffiti.
Okay.
Could you do it?
Let's see.
I want to put it on the back of a jacket. If you can design it, I can put it to print. If you can put it, I can be able to make it be able to be put on the back of a jacket. I think it would be awesome.
Just see what you wanted and see if I can,
I don't know graffiti. I know how I want it, like freestyle. Huh?
What you want? Freestyle is live, you said?
Freestyle is alive, and then on, and then the red carpet. But I want it written in graffiti, and then my name up here, Lucy. I think it would be really cool and put it on the jacket.
I'll try that. I'll see if I can try it because I
promise I'll give you a shout out and we'll talk all about it and I'll show them. And if somebody likes it, you might get some business. You could do it on the side and we'll have to come back and do a special pop-up live.
It's been a minute.
Order it from you. Huh?
I said it's been a minute, so I got to see if I
you don't have a time frame. I treasure things like that. Like I was going through when I was moving a few years ago. And somebody drew something for me and it was in a little tiny frame. And I said, I forgot all about this. I said, he did a jacket for me. So we were going through stuff at my sister's house and everything. And she's going through, I go, this is my jacket. She goes, no, it isn't. I said, I'll bet you $1,000, says Lucy on the front. And she goes, oh my God, I've had it all these years. And it's graffiti, but the way it was tended to, it's junk. It wasn't nothing that I could, I don't know why I liked it back then. He was a beginner graffiti person and he tried to do it on a jacket. And I didn't say freestyle. What the heck did it say? Music is my life or music life or something like that. It didn't have a lot of bang in it and stuff, but it did have my name on the front. But my sister had one done as well. And we had it done from a guy, a young kid on the streets of New York. We were on vacation. You know how they stay there and they do stuff on the side of the corners? They got dancers, they got people singing, they got buckets. This guy was drawing.
One of my friends, he does pop rocking. His name is
love that.
His name is Wiggles. He still does it.
Does he do it on New York City street?
He does not. He just does it at home. He does it on canvas.
No, I go through right now today. You can go through and you'll see him, and they got a bucket there, and they got big boom box. I stay. I give him money. I stay. I love it. I think it's so cool, and it gets a big crowd of people around them. And as a matter of fact, when we were on vacation, I talked to the guy, and I said, is it a team? And he goes, no, this is just me and my friends. We do it for fun. And I work at a fair here. I've been there 18 years. I'm on the board. And I said, y'all would be fired to come to the fair. And this year we're doing like a music type thing. Okay. Can I get your number? And he said, because we're not a group though. We just good friends. We're buddies. Do you know that they brought him here and they brought him for 4 years in a row? And I see
Mm.
the guy come down. I go, what? He goes, man, we're forever grateful. He says, we got little hits, here and there. Unfortunately, we were in Florida and we live in New York. They're about, I'm going to say, 16, 17 years old, and the oldest one being 20. And they're amazing. But when they came to the fair by the fourth year, they have these like outfits that they put on and they light up. And as they tumble and stuff, the lights change colors. And they do that last show at
It's
night when
like
the
it's like
fair
a
is dark.
it's like a group
Fight.
called that I know. It's called Illuminate. This group is called Illuminate. It's like that. That's what it sounds.
Oh,
It
I think
sounds
it's
like
so where is it called? Luminate? Is it on
Illuminate.
Facebook?
I don't know. I know there's a group. There's a friend of mine. His son. That's what he used to do. That was his a group thing that it's called Illuminate,
I
and they
think it's
used to
cool.
dress
That's an
up.
idea. I'll say it to you since you're on here. I think it would be so awesome if part of somebody's got to come out with it. I did mention it to my buddy. I want the lights to go down. When you get to a certain song, the DJ knows to turn it down. It always hypes up the crowd because they don't know what's happening. And perform your song do your whole song, singing and everything, dancers with the lights down and something lit on them the whole time.
Mm.
I haven't ever seen that in freestyle. Have you?
I've seen. I think Mia do something like that. Mia and Seabank have some
They
kind of
did.
yeah. They have some kind of like kind of
No, Mia, are you talking about the thing Mia had in her hand with the light? No, no, no. The lights go all the way down. I didn't see it. It's
oh,
my own thing that I thought of. I
okay,
saw
okay,
somebody do it in dancing, but I didn't
oh,
see anybody do it in a performance.
okay,
But just
okay.
imagine how crazy the crowd would go. I like too when I always had two shows when they turn the lights down. They have people light their lighters or they haven't put their phones up. When I was just at Charlie Rodriguez, he had everybody put the phones up. I forgot the name of the song. It's proud to be an American. Everybody was doing
Mm.
that. And it was just so beautiful, the unity. It was really a very touching
It's
moment
awesome. It's
during the
awesome
concert. So,
when you have
hey,
people
beat him to
gather like
it.
that.
Do
It's
it.
beautiful.
I picked Coro because he has the two dancers and they're really on point doing the same, they do the same thing and they go down. I said, it would be really awesome if you did it. And you got you can use a regular costume, but you have to put something that actually lights up. You
Yeah,
wait, the girls will be on the side. You're standing there waiting. You're where you were. You just finished singing a song and then you light up and the music goes
it's
on and
funny
you
that you
sing.
say it
The
because
girls
I have
come
a
out with,
jacket.
huh?
I have a jacket that if you take a picture of it, it's supposed to be it's like it's lit, and it's not really lit. It's just a part of the texture of the jacket. That's what kind of jacket I have.
Did you know that?
Huh? Yeah.
You knew
I
that when
put
you
a
bought it?
I knew I found that out when I took a pic. Somebody was taking a picture of me with I call it a fan. And then when I looked at the pic, I said, I don't have that kind of jacket on. I was like, wait a minute, that's the jacket. It's like it lights up.
Okay, now you got to share artwork with me, and I want to share the picture of the jacket. That's pretty awesome. I like stuff out of the box. I'm really creative. When I was working at Disney before I was Lucille Ball, I worked in Epcot and I worked in clothing and design, and I like that. And
Mm.
in freestyle, the only thing I can say I helped with is Three to the Max. You like all their jackets and stuff that they
Yes,
have? That would
yes,
be me. That's what I
awesome.
designed for them, put all the stones and stuff. Not the last show. I'm not claiming that
Awesome.
one. I was unable to be able to get it out to them in time on the last with the white, but the one's a jean jacket that they have on their profile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I have a really fun time being creative with that. I like that.
That's
That's
what
what I do
see.
on the
You
side.
have talent too. You see.
But I can't write graffiti and I can't draw. I can draw sticks. I can draw. I'll never forget that my mom wanted us to be artists, and I always took art class because I didn't want to take music. So I was
Yeah.
in a band. My mom hated it because I played the drums. They wouldn't allow me to play drums at home, and I loved it. I would have been a band member if my
I
mom
started
didn't
I
have such.
started playing I started playing with my mother's dishes. Her pots and pans.
Yeah,
I
so
used to
did
pick
I, and
them
I
up.
got in trouble.
I used to get
My
in
mom
trouble with
said,
that.
"I promise you'll go to your room. And you're never going to see daylight if you bang it." We did a whole band. How about the two lids with the trampoline?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, we had it going on. And I
yeah.
went as far as to say, you know what? I don't think my dad needs this. And we were going to glue something to make it be there. And I got caught before I did the glue. My dad came out like a rolling stone and said to me, "You better be glad I caught you before you stuck your mama's pants on top of that." I said, "But we're getting ready to." We used to do little shows and invite
It's
the
like
neighborhood to come and watch us. We
my
didn't get
sister,
money or anything.
my oldest
Huh?
sister and I, my oldest sister used to do, she used to have me dance when
Oh,
I
I
was
love
younger.
that.
She used to have me dance for candy. She used to always have a little bag of candy. She goes, "You want this? You got to dance." So I used to be over like a little clown dancing. And after I used to finish, I said, used to stick it in her mouth. I was like, "Look at you." So that was like
Oh my
my
God.
sister, yeah, my sister always.
My gosh,
I loved her to death.
we started off with no crowd. Then they bring their own chairs and listen to this. My mom was against it, as I told you, and he goes, "Come on, the kids are doing a good job." The parents would come, and then my dad got into it, and he started barbecuing and barbecue chicken. It got to be a big affair, and my mom first started making cookies on a tray, and
Mm.
then the ice cream and stuff in a thing, and she made cookies, she made little cupcakes, and then I wanted drinks, and then my older sister's a business person. She was like, "We need to sell them." We were selling them for a quarter, and we'd get money, and then we were going to go buy outfits. I really thought I was going to be a superstar. We did the Supremes. It was hysterical. But at least the kids don't do that anymore. You know what their creation is? They don't even color. This is what they do. They color on it. I seen a little kid in a grocery store yesterday that was
Just
just
stay in the
color,
line. Stay on the
color.
line. They were like, "Stay on the line. You got to stay on the line."
But there was like 2 years. This little kid couldn't have been more. She looked like she wasn't even big enough to sit in that seat. Like her
Mm.
mom had something behind her propped, and she had the big old giant phone in her hand with that little itty bitty finger, and she's closing it. She's going to TikTok. She turned it off. She went to something else, and I looked at my son. I went, that's what's wrong with the world. Because when I was a kid, I learned cursive.
My
I
granddaughters
colored
are the same way.
crayon.
My,
Crayon. You
gr-
kids today probably crayon. What the heck's a crayon?
my
You know how
granddaughters
you
are the
get the
same.
64 box?
My granddaughters, they're the same. They take a little start. I'm looking at them. I said, "How do you know that?" "Oh, she knows how to get to that page. How she? They
Now, if
smart."
you close that phone all the way down, they know how to go and clean it. They go straight to it to go back where they want. They hit YouTube and they go right to their
They know how to
commercial
hit
or
the
whatever.
back
They don't
arrow.
like it.
They
Huh?
know how to hit the back arrow. So
Had to go backwards. The little girl yesterday kept seeing a part and she was laughing. She kept taking that little finger and she was back. It was a cartoon, but it's
yeah.
still. I told you I worked for Juvenile last night. It was very late. I got a phone call, and it was that I need your help, Lucy. I said, "Nah, I don't work doing this now. I'm only with the little group of kids that I have left, and I'm done." But I always help out with sexual, and it's a predator, and it's on TikTok.
Mm.
Okay, it's on TikTok. But what really amazed me is I said to my supervisor, "I'm not so sure you want me to go talk to the mother because this little girl is, I'm going to do no, I got to say her real name. She's 9. Number one, she didn't look like she was 9, height wise, but she didn't look. But her innuendos and sexual things online, they were not a normal for that. So I
Mm.
said, number one, I'm going to recommend that they go to counseling. The child needs to see a counselor right away. Something has happened that maybe sexually in her life. But the ironic part of it is that really, and it hit me in the gut, and I worked on it this morning, all the way through till this morning, because I want to close the guy down. He's 45 years old. He's in Texas. Um, and what he's knowing. Now, when I tell you these are actual videos where he sees she's a child, and the videos of grown man sitting back was extremely disturbing that somebody with today's world, all the kids are warned, right? I
Crazy.
said, where did the world mess up? But the ironic part of it, when I told her, I said, I'm kind of tough. And I'm not so sure that at today's age, I've been out of that part of it, but I'm almost hungry to want to take the case on. And I'm going to tell you why. Somewhere mom and dad or something. I don't know, mom. I haven't met the mom or dad. I don't know anything about them. I'm getting a history packet on Monday, but and then the phone was taken away and I wanted the little girl and they went out and they did a home check and stuff. I don't like DCF, but they were really, I said, this case is serious. I don't know if this little girl has even had sex before, but it wouldn't surprise me if she hadn't. But I don't particularly like TikTok for that because I hate to say this, Will. Somebody may go and put in Wil N More and they may put Freestyles Alive, and it's great. They're going to find you or they're going to find me. But that same little child that's on the buggy I told you, if mom happened to be a TikToker and they know how to push that thing to go Disney, they know how to say what they want. You can say anything, and I'm not going to say it on here. A dog with yada yada, or two girls, whatever, anything, and it comes up. They see a bunch of stuff on there. I don't know who doesn't watch it, because when you look at the history of what this little girl had looked up on the internet, and then it took her to YouTube. How did she see it? When I post this interview, I have to put for kids or not for kids. And believe it or not, because it's an open conversation, it's supposed to be not for kids, because it has different, we talk about, I don't know why, but I have a marketing person and she told me, no, you got to put not for kids because it's open combo, including on your comments. And I said, oh, I never thought of it that way. But the ironic part of it is the way that she talked and the questions and the things that she searched. I think this case is bigger than they thought. And that's exactly what I told them. I said, this case is way bigger than a child. You're wanting to bust the guy, but there's something wrong with this picture, with this little girl that probably comes up to my waist on how she's, you had to see it. Will, if it was your daughter, hi vey. Oh my God, where's the mother?
I don't have a phone.
Give me the phone. Where are you when she's on this crap? And when is the last time you checked their phone? My children, after 18, they had on my Guardian. Any parents that are on here, if you got kids, it's called Guardian. You download it on your phone, you download it on theirs. This is how cool it was, why I did it. I never could get them to give me their phone back. I'm just finishing up talking to my friend or whatever. I said, you know what? We're going to make it easy. Somebody told me about that in court, and it closes the phone down, all the apps, so they can be doing whatever. Oh! And it won't let them get anything except for the phone and who I allowed them to call. If they had an emergency, to call me or the father. That's the only numbers they can call. But it has a lot of features. But you're not doing your chores? I'm closing all your apps. I didn't have to fight. I didn't even have to be home. You just pushed a button. And they tried everything to bypass it. I used it for about 6-7 years, because by the time I found out. But I tell everybody when we go through the court system, people, watch your kids, watch your grandchildren, watch what they're doing, watch everything that they got going on.
Yes,
I mean, it doesn't make any sense how they're like that. But
absolutely.
It is what it is. Everybody's hollering out saying it so good. They're saying thank you for joining us. And I want to say to you before I take you off, thank you so much for coming back again. I look forward to giving it.
For having me.
I know that you're busy, and I know you had to take your time, and we made it happen. I appreciate every artist that come on.
Well,
thank you for what you do in music. Thank you for continuing to keep it alive. I want to keep it alive forever. I put on the red carpet. I started off just Freestyles Alive, but everybody said that. And I heard somebody go, Freestyle's dead. And I went, yeah, I got to change it. And I wanted to put it, I wanted it to be interesting on the red carpet. What is it? And I want to do a freestyle awards on the red carpet. And it's a dream, but I think I can make it come true, because people know, how they do the Make-A-Wish with cancer?
Yes.
And the kids were there, and I volunteered there as well. And she said to me, if you were ever to make a wish, Lucy, what would it be? And she was sure I'd say, to go to Paris or something like that. And I told her, no, I wanted to do something with music. And I came up with an idea and stuff. And we've got an idea in mind. And she goes, that isn't really asking for very much. I said, but it's a dream come true. She said, we don't have to wait till the end of the road for that. We'll see. I said, I'm going to take you serious. I'm going to take you serious, because it's something that I want the light to be on it. I want the light to shine on it, because so many people, including you, and I don't say this disrespectful, I don't think you're out there enough. I think several don't get enough chances and be on the stage. I know that some people they feel offended by that, but I have to say, especially, do you get to go up north a lot? You go both, right? A lot.
Yes.
Some people don't, Will. They don't get the invite. And I'm not saying people that aren't talented. I think they're overlooked. Even some of the people that come on. I mean, granted, you have a good team with your wife and you communicate, you call right back, you answer emails, you let people know what's going on. But some people, maybe that's the problem. But I just want to say I appreciate everything that you bring to it. And thank you for your new song. And I'm going to be looking for your next one. And the next time it won't be an interview. It'll be a premiere of your song.
Thank you.
And I want to see music. and some of your artwork so that we can share it on the page so people can see what we spoke of. Everyone's saying thank you for coming. Awesome interview.
Thank
They
you
love
for having,
everything about you. Keep
thank you
doing
for
what
having me. I want to
you're
thank
saying.
everybody
Love
that
you,
was
love you,
on.
love you. You can go back and see all the comments on YouTube and you can respond to them there. And I'll release you a clean cut when it downloads tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
I thank you guys for having me, Lucy. Thank you again. And those that came in, thank you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. And yeah, keep freestyle alive.
Thank you
Keep it
so much.
alive.
One last thing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Yes.
send you my link from. Did you see the video for my link for my cancer stuff?
No, I haven't.
A lot of
I'll look
people
at it.
didn't get it by accident. I'm going to send it to you. If you don't want to get a shirt, it's fine. But if
I'll
you
look.
did get a shirt, take a picture. It's so cute. I'm excited and I did not design it. It's a Lucille ball and it has her muscles and it has my name on it somewhere and it says Melanoma Warrior because you know I'm in treatment right now. I'm getting ready to undergo the treatment on my eye in a little less than 2 weeks. It's
Well,
going to
in
be the fight of
prayers.
my life, but I
You be
hope
in
I
our
make it.
prayers. You be in
Thank
my
you.
prayers.
The prayers, I'll make it. But he designed this. It's up there in the corner on this. You can see that little thing. But he
Okay.
made cups, he made clocks, he made pillows. It's really cool. Just share it. Somebody else might want it.
I'll check.
But
No,
if you
I'll
happen
check
to buy a
definitely.
shirt, I would love it. The proceeds
Thank
go
you.
to me and Cancer Alliance, which is a big company today that they've been by my side through it all. And I'm going to say it, Will, and I hate to say it on your interview, but I have to be honest. I had a challenging week this week because some people, it's as simple as a share and they love me and they're really kicking it with me and everything. And we ask them to share it or I've asked them and they won't. And I'm going to say it open. I'm hurt. Some people it's hurt me really, really deeply. Not because you didn't buy it. I don't care about that, but to reach out after my mods told me. They'll send it into somebody and say, "Hey, can you share this?" Or did you know they didn't even reach out and say how you doing and stuff. And really it was an eye opener for me. It was a real big eye opener. It was offensive. So that's a bug in your ear so you can let people know. Like I said, it's not for the donate. I don't when they put up the GoFund, I'm not gonna say I wasn't behind it. I was told about it. It wasn't my idea and I don't like them. And I'm grateful to the people that donated, but I wanted to give something that when you gave something, you got something back. I felt that it would work better. And I was so
Awesome.
excited when he put it out. And I have had supporters and I've had several in the freestyle industry, but not some of the ones I was very surprised, but I have several in the freestyle. You'll see. They're going to start. He was sick. He got hit by a car, and he just recently got everything done. He got rear-ended, and he just recently did a lot of shirts, and they're going out on Saturday, so it'll start coming out probably within the next week or two. You'll be able to see it, but I'd be humbled. Thank you for
Okay.
your support.
Definitely. Thank you guys.
Thank you, honey. Have a
Thank
great
you
evening.
guys.
I'm going to take you off. Take care, and God bless you. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. I hope everybody had fun. Who's my winner? I don't know who my winner is. I don't know who was that number. I'm not sure. Thank you, Jeanette. I love you. I can send it to you. I think you're talking about my link. I appreciate everybody for coming in. I appreciate your patience. And more importantly, I appreciate everybody, especially the people that are outside. They come in all the time. They share. I could name, I don't want to hurt anyone and leave anybody out, but I have several, not just Lisa Mark. I have several that have been so supportive and they believe in me and they're so good with me. And Jeanette, if you would go into my inbox, I need to venture off into TikTok and I need a TikToker's help. If you remember, you were there the first night that I went on. I got my first gift from a beautiful friend that you introduced me to, but I want to try to get the interviews going on TikTok. I have too many requests that are coming into my box. So if you can help me, I don't even know a button or how, or add people, make a ring to me and I might be able to have you be my TikTok helper, but I need to be able to get TikTok on and out there. Again, thank you all. I love you. Thank you again for your support, your love. Thank you for staying on my page and my inbox. I don't really have any bad news. I'm on a break. I am still on chemo. I think I'm doing really well. Today I went to the doctors and I had some tests done on my eye. We're discussing the options for my eye, but we'll see. We'll see where I go. I'll be here till I can't anymore, and I'll be here with you. Everyone, keep freestyle alive. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Mwah. Keep supporting and keep sharing on the page. God bless you.